Let's go.
Smash that like button.
I literally just smashed it.
Yeah, you did.
Shameless self-promotion. We're live.
Hey.
Which camera are we on?
One.
All right, because if you were still on the voyeur cam, like, they can't hear us, so.
Nope.
All right. Hey, welcome to episode 19 of the Two Beerded Guys. As always, I am the one, the only TBG_ops guy. With me today is the handsome
Mudhog being Q.
Oh, I was giving you a compliment and you got sad.
I know. Well, you delayed. I was just going to go right into it. I had the horns up, and then you're like, and then, and I was like,
Man, all right, fuck
yeah,
that.
right.
And that person is,
Oh, Oscar and Matt.
because evidently complimenting people is a problem.
You can compliment our guest.
I'm over. Oh yes, Oh yes, the 22 days since last beard accident. We'll keep a running total there.
Right. Because it's going to happen again.
I'm not. I'd love to say it wouldn't, but there's always a chance.
Now, I say that, and I have a 10 o'clock appointment tomorrow. Today,
I'm gonna laugh if that person fucks up.
Oh, dude. And he's a pro, so that would be like that. That's a curse. If he
Oh
fucks
my
up.
god, I would absolutely be the happiest person
We
in the
know
world.
it'll be a curse for reals because he doesn't fuck up.
Is it the dude that you used to go to, John, or a different cat?
Yeah, same dude. He's got his own beard is down to his like waist. Like he's really good at what he does.
Pretty impressive. Normally, terminal length's kind of like mid-chest. Like,
Oh yeah, no, he's like Merlin,
Ah.
the wizard.
old, wise, and
I don't know any other Merlins.
Kind of sorta, yeah.
All right, but welcome, guys. We are excited for this episode. Currently, we don't have a guest. We might have somebody pop in later.
Yeah.
But that means, and any of you who've watched before with no guest, that means
Fuck.
off-screen Matt's vote counts.
Woohoo!
For
Matt, thanks some
no.
Oh hey Rod, how you doing? We're gonna delay.
We got a couple. Why do you think the sours are at the end? We got a couple sours today, a couple stouts, a mead, and a double IPA.
Yeah, pretty much everything but one is from Taver.
Yep.
So, Taver, did you send an email?
Yes, I did.
All right, get back to us.
Yeah, if you guys haven't ever used Taver, I suggest it. Plus, reach out to either Mudhog B&Q or myself, TBG_ops guy, and we can hook you up with our Taver code that'll give both of us money off. So,
Yeah.
Which they didn't do for me.
Yeah.
well, yeah, whatever.
Record show.
We were
We're not
learning.
very good at sharing the code.
We were learning.
Ask us though.
Ask us. We'll try to remember. But yeah, I'm really excited. We're going to start the day off by talking about Saturday, actually.
Yeah.
John, favorite part of things you did Saturday? Not the beers. We're not talking about just favorite thing we did.
Yo, I've always been a person who, I'm not a big social party person, but I love being the host. And so,
It's a unique dynamic.
yeah, it's weird to me, but I love making the food, and so having the food spread out there, whether it was the pulled pork or the mac and cheese or the greens, I didn't make it all. I had some help, thanks Steph.
The
But,
greens.
I mean, I just like seeing that, and then I just like seeing people enjoy themselves and have fun.
My favorite was watching Kyle make the beer. I mean, helping Kyle make the beer.
Right?
No, we had a good time. It's kind of funny. Our beer is fermenting currently, and
Yes.
it is a true haze hop bomb. I am very excited for it.
It's going to be hazy. We've got probably another week of primary fermentation after that. We're going to dry hop it, which is basically just add more hops to it because it doesn't have enough, evidently.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It does need dry hop.
It does.
And then I'll find out if I need to do a secondary fermentation or just carb it up. So
I'm excited.
yeah.
Matt, what about you?
It's actually kind of interesting. I know it's hard to say, like, oh, well, don't talk about the beer, but having 14 different beers in one day that were minutia of difference in flavor, but actually getting to do that, I don't know if I'm proud of myself or sad with myself, but I made it through them all.
Yeah. No, I thought.
We're kind of quiet.
Okay. A little quiet. I was actually a little worried because originally we were going to do like 9 beers. And then it was like, oh, we're going to do 11. And then it's like, oh,
Yeah,
we're doing 14?
That's fine. What do you think?
Yeah, that's good.
Sorry, guys. We've changed a few things up because of going outside yesterday or Saturday and everything else. So had to dial everything back in.
Yep. So, But, you know, I totaled it out for as much beer as we drank for as long as we drank. It's about a beer and a half an hour.
Yeah. I mean, I had like 25 beers by the time we were done. And 2 of them were high percentage.
Yeah.
And one was shotgunned.
Yeah, we didn't need to finish the...
Probably didn't need the chocolate orange, but it tasted good.
Tasted real good.
I disagree.
Not on the tasting good part, but the needing. That's what he's disagreeing on.
What we did not need was Taco Bell.
Yes, we did.
I skipped. That was my dinner, so I did need that.
I mean, we probably didn't since we had burritos from an actual Mexican restaurant right before that, but like literally an hour and a half before that.
Right.
But it's fine. Taco Bell sounded good. That's what happens when you're drunk.
It did.
But yeah, so we'll have our first drink, and then we'll talk about the rest of the stuff from Saturday.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right, so our first drink of the day is Portland Cider Company's Peach Berry Seasonal Release. It is a 5.2% cider, again from the Portland Cider Company. It is a proper English pint at 19.2 fluid ounces.
Yeah.
Canned by Portland Cider, Clackamas, Oregon.
Yeah, you know what? I like a good cider every now and again, especially as it's hot outside.
It is
I have been excited for this.
It is on the sweeter side of semi-sweet, which has me a little worried. Bold, juicy Oregon peaches and a blend of tart, northwestern grown berries, raspberry, blackberry, and blueberry. A cider full of sunshine to chase away those gray Portland days. So when I open this can, are we going to have like light beam up?
I hope so. I wish we were good enough at this whole video production and editing thing that, yeah, Matt could just push the button and it has the sun.
I believe they said that happens in post, John.
Oh, well, we don't do that.
What is post?
I barely edit.
Post live video. After.
No, I was saying
I get that
because
sarcasm.
we don't do it.
No, I'm with you.
Ooh.
While you're pouring, we got a couple people on there. Obviously, Tyler is present. He says, "Let's go." Nicholas Valentin says, "Sweet hat, Tyler."
Hell yeah, it is, Nick. I got it from Books and Brews Brownsburg.
Speaking of Tabor, Lauren Angeline says, "Tabor is a bad addiction." She's
not
not
wrong.
wrong.
What's up, Lauren?
Here you go, Matt.
And then Brett's, "What's up, fellas? No Coors or Keystone tonight?" No, we drank enough of that shit on Saturday.
No, but my sipping beer's a
He may
Michelob.
have a Mick Ultra, yeah.
Now, I don't know if you want to double check. He said everyone is quiet except Tyler. No, I think we got that fixed, right?
Yeah, I think we got that fixed.
Last time I checked.
Okay.
Is your mic on?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's on.
I mean, I can double check again if needed. Do. Did you switch over to Cam?
Yeah.
Yes.
Say something, John.
Something.
I can double check again if needed.
We'll see. Oh, it's delayed. Let's go. Test.
But he said Tyler was quiet. See if we can hear him. I think we're all right.
Something. Yeah,
All right.
we're good.
Yep, we're good.
Okay, cool.
We'll see. Oh, it's delayed.
Ah!
Could be delayed comments, yeah.
Do.
I know you're working with. It's like the pause thing, but not quite. Except we don't care.
Yeah, that's true. Fuck. Shit. Damn.
That'd be a good sangria.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong or bad about this at all. It's a little sweet.
Tab popped in some cheese here as well.
What up, Tabby?
Hey, Tab.
This almost tastes more like a fruity wine than
That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really getting that wine vibe.
Not saying it's bad. It's just a little different than a cider I'd expect.
Dry mouth feeling.
And that's what we can. Nice things.
Yeah.
I didn't touch it.
You keep knocking the table. You're like,
I haven't
boom,
moved.
and the whole thing moves.
I hadn't
It's
moved.
amazing.
My arms were here.
On the
We'll-
bright side,
we'll
we're off
fix
the
Can-Can.
so
We'll fix Can.
I already moved away from that. Before
That's
you
good.
popped it
That's
up.
good.
Sorry about Cam, guys. I kind of wish that would have still been on.
Yeah, that would've
All
been
I
great.
see is it.
Yeah, we'll get it. It's fine.
I hadn't moved that time. That's the thing is, I was right here.
I saw it leaning already.
Oh, what the hell? But anyway, no, it is a little bit of a dry mouth feel. Very sweet for me. It reminds me a lot of those wines I can't stand that are the basically sugar water wines.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I am getting a lot of the fruits.
Yeah, fruits are there.
It's refreshing. I told them I could drink a lot of it.
Yeah, they definitely nailed what they were aiming for. I don't think I could have drank all 19.2 ounces myself.
No, it's a lot.
I'm very happy we're splitting this.
Yeah, it's a little sweet to put the whole thing down.
I think it'd be perfect, like if you're splitting with on a date or something.
Sure.
Picnic, on the beach, something like that. It'd be a great one to pour into 2 glasses for you and a date.
Tad, yes, he is.
I'm loud.
No, she said.
Oh shit, the mic went down too.
The mic is what took it down.
Nice.
So, just starting the show off a little slow. That's all right.
Now we need to
get there.
In the future, we need the technical difficulties screen.
Oh, right? Damn it. I gotta fix that. This is where we go voyeur cam for a second?
Yeah, go to voyeur cam for a sec, because
Good job.
all right, go back to the live shit, I guess.
Everyone just got a taste of what I do. Sit here and click 2 buttons.
2 buttons.
What is up? We're back. John, any more to say about this cider?
No, I mean, I'm not disappointed. I'm not in love. It's what it is.
What about you, brother?
I'm the same boat. Like it's refreshing. Like this is a good hangover beverage. Like yesterday when
Wouldn't
I
be bad
felt-
with breakfast.
Yeah, when I
No.
felt like a bag of assholes yesterday, this would have been enough alcohol to kind of level me out and sweet enough to like kind of get me feeling a little bit better.
Get you a little of those things you lost.
Exactly. Like it'd be good for that, but I don't know if I'd recommend it for like.
Like you said,
heavy
sangria.
consumption.
You said that at first.
Dude, it would be perfect
It
with a
would be really good for
sangria.
that.
Yeah.
Mix that with some fruits and shit. Maybe add a little extra wine just to give it a little more ABV.
Yeah,
but
something spark like Moscato d'Austria or something.
ooh, now we're talking.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, and put a little more not sour, but sour fruit.
It's got enough berry in it. The peach, I don't think stands out quite as much, but
I agree with that. It's kind of more raspberry. Or
yeah,
is it right now blackberry? More
There's
blackberry.
raspberry. There's raspberry and blackberry
yeah.
and blueberry.
Those definitely stand out.
I'm getting more blackberry, I think, more than anything.
Yeah, I think so.
Overall, it's not bad. Like, I'm not mad at it. It's
No.
just not my thing.
You want to rate it?
Sure. I'll go first today. I'll give the peach berry. It is what it says it is. It's a lot of people are gonna like it, so I can't dock it. I'm gonna give it a 2.75.
I was gonna go a 2.75 as well. I think for what it is, it's a solid cider. Yeah.
Matt?
I was going to go 2.75 as well.
Wow. I
would
don't
like
even
to
need a
say it's a
calculator.
solid beverage, but I feel weird calling it a cider.
It's still not quite as carbonated, right?
It's almost more like it's like that.
I've
wine.
noticed
Yeah.
most ciders that I've had out of cans in general always seem to be undercarb.
It was more carb than the Kikiyanga.
Well, that didn't take much.
Yeah, but okay.
And that's not a bash on them as a company.
No.
They're a really good cider company, but the one we had was less than to be desired.
You know what we did not talk about as we move on?
No.
Are the
Oh,
one we're
our
most
rating
excited
system.
for.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
And we did not talk about our rating system either. Maybe we'll do that
That's what
first.
we need to do.
Yeah.
We're falling into bad habits.
So anyway, we'll go ahead and catch up on things we missed. First off, I will say the one I'm most excited for. We normally start that off. The cider wasn't one of them for any of us, so it's not going to affect that.
Yeah.
For me today, it is the mead we're drinking. For one, it comes in a sexy bottle. Like,
Oh, yeah.
oh. But I love it. Meads are about the only sweet drink, and not all meads are sweet, but sweeter style drink I can have that doesn't bother me. And it has blackberry, blueberry, and raspberry in it, the same that are in the cider we had. The only thing different is no peach. So I'm excited to see the difference. And again, I can't wait to put this bottle on Can because
Oh, yeah.
Marion is just
Wicked
gorgeous.
Sweet.
And the reason
Was that you or my brother?
That was me.
I said, oh, we forgot to tell which one we're excited about, is because I'm excited about that one.
Yeah.
And I know it's next. So, super excited for it. And that and the Sour Tiki Toms from Two Toms Brewing.
Yeah, that's another one we've been wanting to try it for a while.
Yeah.
I love key lime pie, and it's a key lime sour, so
Yeah.
excited for that. Matt, what about you?
I got two I'm really looking forward to. We got one that's the Hoppin' Frog, usually quadruple
Quadruple Imperial Stout.
I'd never heard that.
Me either.
I got aroused from that.
I wish you guys would have heard the noise he made.
Woo!
I couldn't do it again if my life depended on it. But yeah, and you said it's what, at 15%?
15.7, I believe.
Yeah, so that sounds just awesome.
Nothing wrong with that.
And then we got the other one, the other stout too sounded pretty good.
Fudgy Grams.
Fudgy Grams by Weldworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they even dropped Keebler like on that. Like we used
they did.
cookies. I'm like, oh well, damn, this must be good.
Yeah, we use them Keebler Grams.
Yeah, it's not upset about any of these. So.
No, today's a lineup I'm kind of excited about. So, all right. So one other thing is we got our scoring system we didn't talk about. We just gave a score of 2.75 from Two Beerded Guys. What we do is we take an average of 3 scores and we use the untapped scoring system from 0 to 5 in 0.25 increments. 3 is our perfectly average. 4 or higher is we're going to go find that motherfucker.
Yeah.
From 3 down to 2 is you're getting down to below average. 2 is, all right, I'll still drink it. Less than 2, all right, if it's in the fridge, maybe. Once you hit 1,
last thing in the
once
fridge.
you hit 1, if that's in there, I'll drink water. If that's my only alcoholic option, I will drink water. Hell, I will drink Diet Pepsi before I drink a 1. And I can't stand Pepsi or diet drinks. So,
yeah, and we've had a few below 1. So
speaking of below 1s, my top and bottom 3 from this past Saturday.
Yeah.
My top 3, which would not be below 1s, these were very solid beers from Macros.
I was gonna say not much above 3 either.
Yeah.
But
It was my top 3 went PBR, Banquet, which is Coors Banquet, and Budweiser Diesel, not Bud Light, none of that bullshit. My bottom 3 was MGD, so Miller Genuine Draft, which was as bad as I remember, Natty Light, as bad as I remember, and Milwaukee's Best Light, which was worse than I remember, and I didn't hold that in very good esteem to begin with.
Yeah.
Talk about an under 1. Like, if I was rating it, it's absolutely under a 1.
Better or worse than Alabama's Best IPA?
Worse. I'll drink Best IPA in Alabama before I drink it.
Good job, Alabama's Best IPA. You beat Milwaukee's Beast. You did something.
But yeah, so the top 3. We drank 14 Macros Saturday.
I was gonna say, out of the 14 Macros that we had, for me, top 3, you got your Coors Banquet was number 1. PBR was number 2, and then Bud Diesel, so just regular old Budweiser, was number 3. My bottom 3, Coors Light, because it's just water with no flavor whatsoever. It still managed to beat Natty Light and Milwaukee's Beast. So, yeah.
No flavor and water somehow beat 2 other beers.
Yeah, I could have.
That's how bad they were.
Matt, what about you, bro?
Tap water would have been it, yes.
Alright, so you guys went more with the heavies or full bodies, kind of towards the top. They had more flavor.
They did have more flavor, yeah.
On the flip side, I was kind of like, well, a little bit of drinkability as well as the flavor kind of differences.
Oh yeah, because PBR doesn't have any drinkability.
I'll drink PBR, but I'm not a huge PBR fan. I'll be honest. If it's there, I'll drink. It's a good budget beer. Like if you're at a bar, because it's still
$3 tall boys, baby.
It's hard to beat that for bang for buck. But my top was actually really had a massive grain of salt with this, but it was Cook's first. But I will preface that with
I knew it was coming.
It and Keystone Light both tasted so similar that I kind of went down to a price differentiation where Cook's was actually cheaper than Stone. So I don't know if that's good or bad on them, but that put them in the lead. And they're only regional here in Indiana from one liquor store. So
he had to put an asterisk.
I don't know if it really should. Stone was number 2, Strong Runner, and Coors Light.
Wait, did he just say
third.
number 2?
He did.
I did.
And number 3rd.
And number 3rd. My bottom was the Miller family, so MGD, Light, and Beast. I never really have been much of a Miller fan, and that was a big, I was right about that.
So the consensus dead last, the unanimous dead last was Milwaukee's Beast. The consensus number 1 was Coors Banquet.
Yep.
Followed by PBR, followed by Budweiser. So John and I each had them all 3 in our top 3. John had them in that exact order. And then Matt didn't have any, his vote did count. But he didn't have any of those 3 in his top 3. It was kind of interesting.
He's such a Keystone fanboy.
Oh my god, he is.
So I get
Well,
it.
I was going like drinkability. Like, you know, you can pound those. Granted, they have less flavor, but they're more drinkable due to that too. So if I'm
Alright.
drinking cheap beer, I'm going to save money and get something I can pound down easier.
Something he can
Ladies.
pound down. Ladies, for those of you that are looking, he wants the ones that can pound down easier.
And cheap.
And cheap.
Like my beers, like my women, boys.
And moving on. So
There goes
next,
half the viewership.
next is the one I'm actually really excited about.
Yeah.
Superstition Meadery. It's their Marion. Blackberry, blueberry, raspberry mead. It is a 13.5%. Yeah, so give me my bow. Give me my bow, and it also says "In mead we trust." Goes around the coat of arms. It is supposed to be like after Maid Marian from
Yeah.
Robin Hood. These are always my favorite things on bottles.
Yeah.
An homage to one of the most classic characters in mead history. Marian is named for Maid Marian, the legendary love interest of Robin Hood. Marian is one of our all-time favorites at Superstition. It has won multiple awards over the years, including a gold medal at the Mazer Cup International in 2016. This craft beverage is an excellent expression of honey and berries and pairs well with rich cheeses, charcuterie, and dark
I kinda
chocolate.
wish I had a charcuterie.
Oh my
right
God.
now.
Have any of that, John?
Oh. Anyway, but
Fail.
I am so excited for this. I can't wait to put it on Cam because the bottle, again, is just beyond sexy.
yeah,
I really wish it was a sticker because it would be going on my Keezer
Yeah. I honestly, I think I went to their website
to see if they have
to see if they had like artwork or whatever, and no.
I would absolutely buy this artwork.
I'm just curious. I know we mentioned that one of them was not a Tabor beer. This one.
This is
one?
Tabor.
Okay.
The one that's not is the
Two Toms.
Two Toms.
Okay.
Because it's an Indiana brew.
Okay.
And buying an Indiana brew through Tabor would just be weird.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
That was sometimes easier because it's hard to get to Fort Wayne.
And I'm also not saying I wouldn't do it because I'd want to be like, oh yeah, Tabor, get more Indiana beers on there because that'd be cool.
Do you want to drink all this or save some for later? It's a lot.
We've got so far in the bottle, though.
Yep, I agree with
all
that.
right, fair
Can't go
enough.
back in the bottle.
Thanks, Matt. God, I knew I could trust him. I'm so
It
happy.
looks like grape juice.
I'm so happy Matt said that.
It really does. Wow. Maybe I misspoke.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Pass
That
Matt
was,
his, please.
Quite how much I was signing in for.
Oh,
Look at that.
we messed up.
What?
Can't
It's
see the
still
artwork
it's
as
still
much.
good art, but we should have done Cam this time only.
Oh, because it's transparent.
But you'll kind of be able to see it
Can you scoot it back just a smidge?
towards me.
Yes. Maybe another smidge.
Here, hold on. It'll be easier just
Yeah,
do
so
this.
yeah, just because it's so big. There we go. Nailed it. That actually shows up pretty good still.
Good. Yeah, I love this artwork.
That is really cool.
It is gorgeous. That's a bottle I'm keeping, unless you want it.
I'm keeping that.
Damn.
Yes.
Brett said Tyler's wearing his favorite shirt. Did you take his shirt?
No. He just likes this shirt.
Oh, it's the favorite shirt of yours that you
Oh,
have.
boys.
Actually,
Oh, I'm
someone else
glad we
wearing that
poured all
shirt
of
on
it.
Saturday too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right.
Tab and Gracia said that looks so cool.
Oh, the artwork tab is unbelievable. It was even cooler in the bottle before we poured it because.
It's even cooler in my mouth.
Oh my god.
Not the first time you said that, John.
The flavor is. Whoo!
We're having a consensus. Tab also loves that shirt. And yeah, we do need some charcuterie, John.
Dark chocolate would be good with this. Charcuterie would be good with this.
I have some salami.
This wouldn't be bad with a steak.
cheese.
No, this would be great with the steak.
Yeah.
So that's yeah.
This would be good with a steak.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'd be a good sipping thing while you're eating your
I'm
steak.
gonna reach out to Superstition Meadery. You still have, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, I want artwork and more drinks.
And more mead.
All of the mead.
Now, did you say are they exclusively a meadery, or did they just make a mead?
They're Superstition Meadery.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what they do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right now, they do it well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very. I would be curious to try more. That's Very good.
It's a very rich. So mead is made with honey. It's fermented honey products.
Drink of the gods.
Yeah, so it's real rich. It's gonna be very sweet, but not diabetes feeling.
I feel like it's less sweet than the cider we just had.
It's a different kind of sweet.
Yeah.
I think some people would be like, "Oh, this is real sweet," and I'm not a guy that drinks sweet stuff, but honey doesn't ever feel like diabetes to me.
It's comparable to a semi-sweet wine.
I'm sticky from where it spills a little bit.
It's kind of like like Colorado's a dry heat. It's hot, but it's not humid.
Sure.
Dave said Coney dogs. We're gonna go with that.
No, Dave.
I don't really think too many things that would go bad with, but I wouldn't necessarily.
Coney dogs, I wouldn't recommend.
It wouldn't be my first choice.
Yeah.
The acidity of the Coney sauce, I think, would ruin it a little bit.
Isn't Coney sauce just chili though? With another name?
Depends on how it's made. Some has more ketchup in it, which gives it more acidity.
Boys, I'm happy.
It's
It's a shame that we have to chug this.
I'm actually sad that we don't have more.
We can talk more after this, while we're drinking it, instead of
All
going to
right.
the next one.
Because we do have a few more things coming up soon.
Yeah, so we'll go into that in just a second, but I want to talk about the drink a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I want to talk about the drink.
All right,
Don't
Well,
ahead of yourself, John. Know your
Trying to
place.
kill time.
well, we'll kill time. We got plenty of time to kill time because I ain't chugging this.
No, this is worthwhile.
This is so good. We won't grade till the very
This
end.
takes us an hour too.
The berries. Like I said, you get the honey up front. That's the nice thing about mead is you're always going to get the honey first, if done right. And you're getting that honey first, but it's so balanced. You get a little bit of the blueberry, a little bit of the blackberry. Raspberry can sometimes be a little too tart for meads, and it's so balanced. You're getting that flavor.
You know when you eat a blackberry or a raspberry and you get a little bit of that grind at the end, you get that bitterness from it. Mm-hmm. The previous cider had that.
Yep.
This does not.
No.
You get all that flavor, but none of that bitterness of that. I don't know if it's from what part of the berry that causes that. But
Or it might be from where it's not as ripe.
maybe.
Because we used to have blackberries around my house, and you got more of that bitter when it was not quite as ripe.
This is totally without that bitterness, but all the flavor.
Matt,
Well, real quick, Heckman's just joined up. So what's up, guys?
what up, Russ?
Hey, this might be in his area, so
And
heads up.
well, I was gonna say, kind of speaking further just to the style of me, because we really haven't had meads on here before, have we?
Second one.
Yeah, we've had one mead before. It was from Muncie.
No.
We didn't have that one?
No, the mead was from, it was a Tabor one.
Okay.
But with mead, typically, I've only had a few of them because I've never really just ran across them that much. They're normally higher, like the 10 range.
Yeah, meads are typically always going to be above 10%.
Where are we at on this one?
But they don't.
13.5.
They don't typically, and this one particularly doesn't have that booziness.
No.
Oh, no.
We get those barrel aged bourbons that are my bread and butter. I love those, but you get that boozy waft out of it. This is as strong or stronger than a lot of those, and it does not drink like it at all.
No, this is super dangerous.
Yeah,
Like,
if you
I
hand
don't
this to
want
someone
to
and they
pound
didn't know
this,
what they were
I
drinking, they
could.
would get in trouble.
but I could, yeah.
There's a reason it was the beer of the gods. The Greek gods love this shit. And there's a very good reason.
Hey, Russell, this place is called Superstition Meadery. We want more.
We think it's...
I don't even need a wink, hint, hint.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Isn't it by him?
I think so.
No, it's not. Sorry, Russ.
Damn
That's
it.
that.
Prescott, Arizona.
That's not close to Washington
Craft beer girl.
really at all.
Oh, it is my crab beer girl. Fuck yeah.
I might send her a message.
Good boy, John.
Yeah, she's like, "Sup, girl? You heard of this place?"
But
Remember me?
wait till 2 a.m. and just put "Sup, girl, you up?" No.
I'm going to be featured on one of her weird DM posts.
Yeah, you would.
Oh, my God.
And I'd laugh my ass off. Woo. So if any of you watching have had a mead recently that you liked, especially one local, let us know. I've always
drink more.
enjoyed meads, but a lot of times they're very expensive. And there's not a ton in the area.
I don't know if they're local, but I've seen a few from, is it B, I think letter B?
Bee Nectar.
And I've had one or two, and they actually were smaller. They were kind of more like...
Bee
not
Nectar does a
farmer
lot
size, but they were
of
pretty
meads and a
good.
lot of ciders. They are expensive at times, but good.
It really makes me wish I had a Viking horn to drink out of.
Soon. Mine will be here soon. My Viking horn will be here soon, and I will be drinking on the show with that thing all
You
the
should
fucking
be.
time.
Tab has a good question, and I'm kind of starting to wonder as well. Do you guys just have connections everywhere?
John and I did. We got connections in a lot of places.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few people on Instagram, especially, which is why we have. It's not the greatest amount of followers that we have, but it's a very active community, beer community, and
it's
so.
chat roulette they used to play.
Oh, I don't miss those days.
But it's just a lot of cool people in there who are very nice, and so we make friends. It's
And then
easy.
I got friends all over the country, just in general, from.
They got that far away from you, or what?
Yes. No, it's more, I'm just the type of person that I know I'm not the smartest person in the room, and I know I'm not going to be the most successful in my life, so might as well have everyone around me be successful and important and ride on their coattails, baby!
You do what we can.
God, I really am just stalling at this point, because this is
it's
so good.
I don't want to.
Like, I'm sorry, guys. I'll admit, I'm 100% stalling right now.
Yeah. It's just you have to treasure it.
I think that's fair. I'd still have to say that like the drinkability on this for what it is really surprising. Like, never would have guessed 13 if I didn't know it was a mead, so I would assume it's stronger and know
Oh hey.
what the label said.
Oh,
Dave's the Eddie. So any of you that have gotten any of our stickers,
send us pictures.
send us pictures or tag us in a post, something, just so we can see where you ended up sticking the sticker. Unless you're Russell, because I really don't want to know where you put yours.
So you took a floodgate for us all kinds of asses and stickers.
Why do you think I said Russell?
Oh, interesting story.
Oh, this should be good.
Well, you already know, but it's for the audience. I got an email the other day on my personal email.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, hi, my name is, I forget his name.
Insert Swedish bullshit.
Swedish guy. And I really like your company. Can you send me a sticker or a coaster? Here's my address.
We,
So yes, if you're watching, I'm going to get it sent out. It's the special international mailing stamp is like $1.20. I'll do it.
Yeah, all right, why not?
Yeah.
Now you're just getting a sticker. You ain't getting anything heavy. No, we were laughing because it took me a minute. I was like, why would anyone from Sweden watch it? Oh, I forgot I actually Facebook targeted added. I straight up did a targeted ad in Sweden.
And I think that email is attached to my Facebook account.
I think it is, too.
So he probably looked me up.
Through Two
saw it
Beerded
was on there,
Guys.
yeah.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah. So
No,
yeah,
we switched
stickers going to Sweden.
We switched to the Two Beerded Guys on the email on there.
Now we're officially international.
Yeah.
Speaking of swag, Tab said she needs to get a couple of shirts. They look bomb.
So anybody that is interested in our shirts, you can find them on our website at twobeardedguys.com or on Facebook at Two Bearded Guys. I like people going to our website because we have a lot of plans for it. So I definitely will. If you're gonna buy it from there. Just so it's another. You're just going to the site. I got lots of plans, but yeah, we have the beer stein, we have hats, we have shirts, we have stickers, we have.
We have a Stein?
Here's a beer stein.
We haven't bought it ourselves yet, but Brandon Diltz did. So when he gets his, when Brandon gets his in, we'll
Give you the QC check.
yeah, we'll find out. We have a drawstring bag. We have the female hoodie is awesome.
Yeah.
The
I like
Dickies
that one a
work
lot.
shirt is my
Awesome.
favorite.
Yeah, you wore that on Saturday.
The dry fit. I have a dry fit 3/4 length shirt that's nice. T-shirt solid.
Should I get a size up on that one or?
So dry fits typically are a little smaller, and of all our shirts, it is the smallest of the 3Xs. But I'm not upset wearing it in public.
Okay.
And I'm a large dude.
Can't confirm.
3Xs are hit or miss on me sometimes, especially in the dry fit category. But I'm comfortable wearing it out. If you like something that maybe hangs a little lower, just to give you a little more safety room. I think 3 is the highest we go on that shirt.
Okay.
But anybody else, like if you're high end of 2X, 3X isn't a bad idea. But it still fit me. The 3X still fit me, and I'm on the high end of a 3X. So
It's the reason I love Duluth Trading Company. Shout out Duluth, I guess, because they have their long tail shirts,
yeah, they do.
and I don't have to get like the super like 4 or 5.
Where then you
Xs.
get like random baggy spots because you don't actually need a 4X, but
Yeah.
you just need.
I just need more length.
And like with me and all,
So to speak.
same. In all fairness,
Heard
like,
it before. Shit.
I am taller than John, so I have a lot of that length issue. Just because, like, I'm a big dude, plus I'm taller, so a lot of times I'll be fine in the chest, fine at the stomach area, but yet the shirt just doesn't
The length
go,
just isn't there.
just doesn't go far enough. It doesn't reach. Ladies, I'm single. No.
And ready to not reach.
Hey, at least I'm not you and leave them unsatisfied.
That's true.
Sorry, guys.
That was good.
Unsatisfied.
I think we've stalled long enough.
Yeah, a rating time, right?
Mm-hmm. And then a rinse after he rates.
For sure.
Matt, why don't you go first? That way you can rinse.
I didn't say it. It's a little bit viscous. It's sticking in the glass.
It's a mead with honey. I'd hope so.
I know. I didn't say
It's
it.
kind of weird to rate a mead just because, it's just a whole different gear shift from the.
Still goes on tap.
Yeah.
And it follows the same categories. Average.
It does.
Go search it out.
Well, it's a little more like I have less of a background of comparison, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I would probably go. It's not something I would drink. It's more like a treat beer. Like you wouldn't drink it frequently. But
I'd be okay drinking it frequently.
well, fair enough. But
If I could afford it, I would drink it frequently.
I don't know. I would like to go higher, but I think for me, I would go like a 3.75.
Okay.
It's not a bad score.
No, it's a good score.
That's just under searching it out.
Exactly. That's the thing. I'm not quite to search it out. If we had something between there, I would go higher than that, but not to a 4. But because of that,
I mean, realistically, if we wanted to be more accurate, we could do like in betweens and then average it to the closest.
Let's
But
not make it too hard.
I like the way we do it.
We
Yeah.
get drunk on this show.
That we've been doing it for like 150 beers now.
Not
so,
changing things up.
Yeah. Well, we'll change things up, just not that.
I'll go next. The problem with this one is that we don't drink a lot of meads, right? So this is probably the best mead I've ever had. And I'm going to search it out again if I want another mead. And, I mean, like, this week I'm going to be reaching out to Craft Beer Girl and going on their website because it was really good.
Reaching out to the mule forums we're all on.
Right. But if I've had 1,000 meads, this score might not be as high. But because of where I'm at, and I enjoyed it so much, I'm going to search it out. I'm going to go 4.5.
I, unlike John, have had a decent amount. Now, I've had more beer, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I've actually had a decent amount of meads. It's always been a type of alcoholic beverage that, because it's so ancient, the style is, it's always been interesting to me. And
Yeah.
so when I was younger, I looked for it more. And so I've had a decent amount. And John's not wrong in the fact that a 4.5 is a perfect score for it, and that's what I'm giving it.
Nice.
I will search this out. If I ever find it in a liquor store, there's a good chance I buy all of them. It is a fantastic drink. John, what did that give us as an average?
4.25.
4.25 hails, yes.
Yeah.
Not our highest. We do have a
No,
4.5,
we have 4
right?
5s, yeah.
But very close.
Strong, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a top 7, I think. Top 10 at minimum.
It's going to be, yeah.
Because we do have a bunch of 4.25s.
And this would be, if we ranked our 4.25s, this would be near the top.
Oh,
Yeah.
Matt's not wrong. If there was a way to bump it without bumping to the next level,
Yeah.
like in our individual scores, like a 4.6.
Right. Solid. Yeah, I would definitely drink again.
Yeah, I'm not upset. Like, we should have just saved that for last, or just had that as our drink for the night.
That's
Talk
it,
for
yeah.
an hour and been
Eat
like,
charcuterie.
yeah, eat.
Yeah.
Oh my god, sit here, eat charcuterie and chocolate, drink that, and be like, oh, you wanted more? Sorry, guys, that's all you get tonight.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if we're fancy enough for that show, though.
That'd be funny as shit. We all dress up.
In our tux t-shirts.
Oh yeah, well of course.
Okay.
Have Matt on screen, except he'd also have a tuxedo mask.
Yeah.
It'd be like a mustache tuxedo.
amazing.
Tyler, you wearing a monocle?
Well, of course. Duh. I got an old top hat lying around somewhere. All right, so I'm so happy with that drink. That was amazing.
Today's gonna be a strong night. I just suddenly realized.
We are 2 beers in, and it's 40 minutes into the hour, which is amazing. I'm not mad about that at all. And we're going to our first real beer of the night.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That's weird.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the Arguing Semantics Double IPA by Cerebral Brewing Company, a 7.5% beer. Ooh, we're going hard.
Yeah.
It says to drink out of the can. which I've never seen, or a standard pint.
Standard pint. Yep.
So of course none of us have a standard pint, but
I have actually had the privilege of having visited this brewery in the past. They're out in Denver, Colorado. They pride themselves on like the science side of brewing, which is why it's called cerebral brewing. Cerebral is the brain, whatever, blah blah blah.
Really?
Right.
They actually make their hop to look like a brain.
Yep.
Their logo, it's kind of cool.
Great looking place. They had a lot of
really good looking dudes.
I'll see if you want. I'll post some pictures of when we were there.
What kind of pictures are they, John?
Just like pictures of their bright tinks and fermenters and
Pictures from trees looking down at people.
yeah. Foyer cam.
And back.
And we don't decide to be quiet. We have no volume on that.
Yeah, there's just no volume on
I
that.
can add volume, but
One of these days we might, just to make it less awkward.
give
But
us feedback.
right now it's kind of fun to have the awkward like silence.
right.
This
Technical difficulties can.
that it actually is nice for that.
That might be the technical.
We may
difficulties.
just leave it off sound from now on, and that only
And they can see us scrambling, like fixing shit that's spilled or whatever. But
because it happens most episodes. So.
it does. It does.
Doesn't sound like us completely.
The beer before you was created by a small team of passionate individuals. We hope that when you drink it, it helps spark creativity, thought, or spirited debate among you and your friends. It has that effect on us. The grist is 2-row, Golden Promise, wheat, and honey malt. And the hops were Idaho 7 and El Dorado. Relatively simple hop bill on it.
Yeah. When we visited, they opened at 2 p.m. and we got there like 10 till. It was not a beer release day, and there was a line to get in.
Nice.
Yeah.
The thing every brewery wishes happened.
Right?
No, I sure as hell do. I mean, what? Which one's your glass again, John?
This one.
Alright.
It's hazy.
Is this one supposed to be a hazy or so regular IPA? I thought I saw the can. I thought it was-
Double IPA.
Okay, so
But
It looks like orange juice.
unless it's West Coast anymore, which I mean they're Colorado, but unless it's like a true West Coast IPA, most people make everything hazy now. And when you're looking at it, when the grain bill's a lot bigger than the hop bill,
Yeah.
you're likely going to end up with a hazier drink.
Do we put it on the can?
okay, so a small side conversation with that, like we where I've heard living here in Indiana, especially that there's a lot of great lengths taken to make beers clear, and then this hazy revolution is just kind of like effing out in the A, and everyone's either got to go back to undo what they did or redo their situation to make it stronger. What was ever like the logic? You know what? We need to have this clear to start with. Like, I don't care what it looks like as long as it tastes good.
So technically, like in Germany, for instance, there's very strict.
That's how they say it in German, actually. There's very strict rules.
Strict purity rules with beer.
His last name's Reichman. He knows.
So then, now obviously nobody else follows those level of purity laws because the beer would all be the exact same by now.
Oh, I thought you were making a pure joke there.
No, but when it gets the way we do it, when it's kind of started with that, beer is supposed to be specifically this. When how we made it over here in other countries wasn't turning out like what other people thought beer should look like, we developed ways to make it look like it's supposed to. There's what's that one chemical you can
There's
add?
biofine, which is
Thank you.
very,
That's
very
what I was
commonly
looking for.
used. Basically, biofine is added when it goes into the bright tank. It chemically attaches itself to particles in the beer and weights it down, so that when it's kegged or canned, whatever, those don't get included as part of it. So,
See, Tyler, you sold yourself short. You're not as dumb as you thought you were.
and what's
But no, man, that's good
I've
explanation.
worked in the industry a long time now.
and what's funny
I never really
is
thought of it from that perspective, though. Like, I just think of it like a cheap drunk, so...
and what's funny is breweries have gotten so good at making beer that's clear that like they struggle making a hazy oftentimes. And so, when we talk about making hazies, you might add flaked wheat, flaked oats. You can add, more hops, dry hops.
We don't struggle at making
Well,
hazies.
no, because but,
Ours has the consistency already of not a milkshake IPA, but a milkshake.
but there's just so much. Like some breweries have gone adding flour into the beer for a hazy because they can't get a hazy any other way. Yeah.
It's
Now, are you guys, again, pulsing or finger on the pulse more than me, but with the whole hazy...
Finger on my what?
Finger on the pulse.
oh okay.
Pulse,
Damn.
Tyler, pulse.
I'm a little disappointed.
Pulse. But, it's like the hazy revolution is really taking over and the standard old school IPAs are getting kicked to the wayside, or are they still getting...
Yes and no. It's also very regional. If you go out west, Russell, for instance, one of our... Oh, shit! I haven't sent him a beer today.
So, Russell, we'll get the send over to you real quick, and we'll do the shout-out because we know you're getting ready to bounce.
Yeah, do
Spoiler,
shout out.
of
Go
course.
ahead.
So, Russell Hecubus, he is our Turfs Up radio guy. He always tunes in for this first hour, but then has his own radio show that he's got to go do Monday through Friday. Eastern time, that is from 8 to 10. Specifically Pacific time, 5 to 7 p.m. And he has a great show on Turfs Up Radio, The Nightcap.
He also chugs very interestingly, and he made a point earlier, now we can come back full circle. No chickens were harmed during that video, so...
Yes, very
He
important.
was just asked for a beer, he said.
I love how every time we go to do the shout out for him, it instantly.
Yeah.
Last week was the first time I was ahead of it. I actually sent him the beer on Sunday night
Yeah, I saw
just to be
that.
ahead of it. And then this week it's 7:47. But it's been sent to you, and actually, it is the favorite of the night already for now. Our mead.
Yes.
Shit,
He
we'll
saw
do
it? Yeah. Good, perfect.
I had to. I was like, what do I want
Mead.
to? What was your question, by the way?
Well,
Finger to the pulse about what?
like just the whole
Oh,
hazy
yes.
revolution taking it, and I'm going to kind of interject that with, this one doesn't say it's hazy, doesn't say it's New England, this one just says it's a double IPA, right?
So-
and this looks and tastes to me more like a
But
hazy than the standard IPA.
Double IPAs are dry hopped at the end. That's usually what makes them a double. Or not what makes them a double, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
John, you describe it. Your words
So,
are better.
here's what I was going to say in regards to your question, Matt.
I'll just let him do it.
Different breweries are always trying to push the boundaries of what beer is, right? And so what you'll find is they'll make something that doesn't necessarily fall on the BJCP, which is the beer judging certification board styles, whatever, right? They're the official beer styles. But if a style beer gets popular enough, they'll add it. So hazy IPAs, New England IPAs, have been added as an official beer style. Sometimes they get added, but they're more just a phase, like the Brewed IPA. Like, fuck that shit. That was never going to have
There's
a
a
chance.
decent one right now, though.
Ugh,
The one at the Anderson Valley one was good.
whatever, they're fine. They're trash. But, not Anderson specifically, I don't know. But Brewed IPAs in general are trash. But, like, one thing that we're seeing right now are really super fruited Berliner Weisses that here in Indiana, in the Midwest, on the East Coast, are very popular. And Russell's like, we don't have any of that out here on the West Coast.
Oh, really?
So some of these things are regional. I think hazies are one of the things that have made their mark nationwide.
They are to an extent, because Russ has made points that it's just, even the hazies still aren't out there that much, and it's more because the people out there still stick to their, I want hot bomb, I want bitter, I want.
He said on the radio show last week, he saw one place had like a 300 IBU. Like, that's fucking ridiculous.
Well, you
And
can't
that's
taste that,
Kind of
so
furthering my point.
Yeah.
I feel like that old school or standard IPA style is, maybe again it's regional, but here at least is dwindling. I'm saying more of like what we're drinking right now that may still be an IPA but doesn't have that.
it's
hop
all
spike.
cyclical.
I think
we'll
the answer. That's the answer.
We'll end up getting this old school hops again because
No, I just started liking IPAs.
somebody will make one that some group likes, and then some other group will pick it up, and then
And we were seeing a little bit with lagers. Lagers are
Lagers
coming
are making
back
a
around.
comeback. Pilsners are
like
making a
a
comeback.
super drinkable Lagner. Psh.
yeah,
Words are hard today.
Yeah,
Saturday is still.
Yeah, number one Saturday. Number two, you know what we started with?
well, 5% cider,
Yeah.
and then
And
a 13.5%.
mead that was basically a full jar. But okay.
Anyway,
Things are cyclical.
check out
Long
my bomber
story
jacket.
short. TLDR, things are cyclical. They'll be back.
Like
Yep.
acid wash jeans, they came back. They
Oh.
never should have, but they did. They should have stayed in the 80s.
All right, so this
Fair.
beer.
Letting you guys disagree, you like acid wash?
No. I just feel like we're going to really start going down a rabbit hole at that point.
yeah.
I know, that was the end of it. I was
Good night,
curious.
Russell.
Yeah,
I mean, good luck on the show.
don't fuck up. Mute your mic. when you're talking to your guest off the show, mute your mic.
That's funny.
Um,
Cerebral Brewing.
yeah, Cerebral Brewing's Arguing Semantics. John, you talk first.
You know, very aromatic. I get a lot of citrus, some pineapple, mango, some perhaps guava, some orange. A little bit more bitter than maybe what Matt would like. I tasted it, I was like, I don't know what Matt's going to think about this.
I'm actually going to say this isn't as bad as again, and then asking before we drank, you said double IPA, not the hazy New England, whatever moniker. So I wasn't expecting it to come out this cloudy, and I don't know if the cloudiness necessarily reflects the flavor, but this is one I can drink more easily.
Nice.
Like, this is something that I can get down with this, and hence my line of questioning to you guys, because if we're going back to the other stuff, I'm going to be a little butthurt, but this, I can ride this way for a while.
Good. I like it.
And Steph said you're not drinking out of your tiki cup.
I know. I couldn't find it. It wasn't down here. Aren't you driving?
She pulled over for the tweet.
It's a little juicy, dry mouthfeel. Definitely dries the tongue out a little bit.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing for a beer, because all that makes you, like, as a brewery, because it just makes you drink more.
And get food.
Yeah, and get food. So now, as a consumer drinking like on a show, it's like, God damn it.
I got some of those pretzels upstairs.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's a little juicy. I'm not getting the guava or mango that you got. But
I just threw shit out there. It's fine.
Yeah, it's definitely tropical fruity. Like,
I'm getting a little bit. The pineapple I am getting a little bit of. So, but other than that, it's a little citrusy, a little tropical. Not citrusy, a little more tropical.
tropical citrus.
Little over bitter in ways it doesn't need to be. I am getting a little bit of an acidic feel to it.
Acidic feel, but still kind of a soft mouth feel.
Yeah, but I'm getting a little bit of that acidic as it goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's not a bad beer. Right now, it's just not my vibe. I don't think. Like I don't know.
Is it because you followed up a meat?
Well, I'm sitting here. No, I've had big swills of this too to like try to make sure I had something else before
big
that.
gulp, huh?
Good gulp, huh? All right, have a good day.
Well, see you later.
Going skiing? It's not bad. The acidic feels what's bugging me a little bit. Because the initial taste, I'm like, oh, okay. I ain't
The
upset with
smell, the flavor.
this. Yeah, the smell is gorgeous, by the way.
Yeah.
It makes you think of like island fruits and happiness.
The acidic part of it to me isn't. It's not hot burn. I'm not getting that at the back of my throat, so I'm not mad about that at all.
You think you might be getting heartburn.
No.
Oh, that was me Saturday.
Hey, we'll drink the Indiana City and you'll find out what hot burn is.
Woo-hoo. I almost brought some today just to fuck with
I
you.
have some, yeah. But yeah, should we rate it?
Sure. My turn? No, I did first with Peachberry. It's your turn.
My turn?
Because he did mead first.
I do like it. I think it's very approachable in the aroma. I think the flavor is really good. I see where Tyler's at in regards to the acidic, but I don't mind it at all. So I'm gonna go 3.5.
Matt?
I'm gonna match the 3.5. It's got a good enough flavor. So much of these, and not to keep beating a dead horse, but going with that same conversation, I'm starting to like taste similar now to me. That
Wait, how are we beating it?
with a big stick.
Oh, okay.
Reverse.
Reverse grip.
Beating with a big stick and reverse grip. It's not very downward force, but it really makes him wonder what we're doing. He really should go home and think about it after that. But no, like so many of these are starting, and even on like the descriptions on Tabor, they're like, "Oh, it's an IPA with guava and mango and pineapple and blah blah blah." I'm like, I was buying those like gangbusters because like, oh, this is my kind of thing. And I'm like, now this is like every IPA.
Yeah.
So while I appreciate that from a consumer standpoint of liking that flavor and that style, now I'm like, they're getting a little less from like, oh, this is a standout as it was before.
I liked it better when New England's, which again, this isn't a New England, but when the hazier, softer IPAs first came out, and it made the market wide on IPAs. You could sit there and be like, ooh, today I want a hop bitter bomb. I want flavor. I want the in-between. And there was now it's you have to search if you want a hot bomb unless you're on the West Coast.
Yeah, and you might have... Okay, so I sat back because you reminded me that it's not a hazy New England.
According to the can, it is not a hazy New England.
It's an Imperial IPA.
Double. Just a double.
It's a double IPA. And I think the New England hazy characteristics of it makes it more approachable than a normal double IPA.
It does. If you've never had a double IPA that you enjoyed because you don't like hoppy, it will.
Yeah, I mean...
It's probably the most...
Would you increase or decrease or stay the same on the score?
I'm still probably the same. I was floating back between...
We've had the conversation of
reasons that would...
or what we expect it to be based off of style or can...
I think that, though, gives you a reason to lower it and raise it.
Yeah, I could see either side.
Because it raises it because it's the most approachable double IPA that anybody's found.
It still matches what a double IPA is.
But it also lowers because there's certain aspects missing that you expect. So that's why I think keeping it right where he's at makes the most sense. Yeah. For me, I am still a 3. And then as you're going 3-2-5, 3-5, you start widening that compass circle. You know, those old school things that you use like twice in math, but you love playing with.
I just stuck people with it.
Damn straight. I used to stab my notebook, see if I could get it all the way through.
Yeah.
But, you know, that kind of, that circle a little bit, it widens as you get towards 4. 4 is where we really start fucking looking for it. This was like, if it's at that liquor store I like, great, I'll buy it. If it's not, nah.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up because if I see it at the liquor store and I'm not sure what I want to buy, the chances are good I might pick it up.
If it's at the store, the Payless Liquors by Books and Brews, and I stop, and I don't already have a cart full of beer,
yeah,
all right, sure,
yeah.
Wouldn't go out of my way to search it, but if it's there, we'll get some. Which I think the 3.5 is.
That's perfect. So, and that is a 3.25 score.
3.25.
Yep.
Not a bad score for it. I have no qualms on that one. At all, actually. That's a solid beer.
So we're getting the end of hour 1.
Let's say, is this a good break time?
What's next? Is some stouts? Fudgy Grams?
We do need to rinse before, so we will go ahead and stop at this point. Because we do have the Fudgy Grams next, Hop and Frog after that, and then 2 sour. For those sour fans out there, we have 2 of those to end the night.
Yes. Including the Drecker?
Yeah, the Dreckers.
Are we going to end with the sours? Because then it's going to be like, hey, you had these stouts, and then the sours going to be like double sour.
Yeah, well, but if we go sour before stout, your palate's going to be wrecked.
All right, touche.
Yeah.
We did.
Way the end beers are going to be.
Yeah, we tried to like.
Okay.
Because we bounce back and forth, but
I'd rather enjoy the stout than the sour. You're right. Let's stick with that.
Well, you're going to enjoy either, but anyway, yeah, John, do you have anything to close us out with at all? Anything we missed?
Super excited for hour 2. And thanks you all for joining first. We're going to take about 5 minutes.
Ooh, actually, I do have one thing that we should have said earlier, and we like to throw it in hour 1 before people stop watching.
Yes.
Wednesday, we are going to be on location at Backstep Brewing Company.
Yes.
We will be live-ish, so we'll be recording everything that happens while we're there. But
we care about quality, and so because we don't know what their internet's like, we're going to post the video later. But we're still calling it live because you get to be there with us.
Yeah, so anybody that lives in the area, especially in the Crawfordsville area, but Indianapolis and are willing to make the drive, we will be at Backstep Brewing Company at 6:30 on Wednesday. We're going to drink some of their beers, have a good time. If you're there and you want to be on the show, tell us.
Yeah, we'll bring you up.
Walk up, be like, hey, what's up, Two Beerded Guys? And if we're already recording, we'll still say hi. But we might pull you in and be like, hey, have you had this one yet? Or if you see us before, because we should be there a few minutes before, you feel free to come up and be like, hey, I'd love to pop in for a beer or half a beer or whatever.
We always get those comments of, you should let us know what beers you're drinking in advance so we can all taste it together. And I really like that idea. It's just hard to pull off. At the actual brewery, though, guess what?
You can pull it off.
You can literally be like, what do you got? Phrasing.
John said it's hard to pull off. I said you can pull it off.
Phrasing.
You can execute it.
You can have the beers we have.
Yes, that's the point.
Jesus. But yeah, you can basically just be like, what's going to be on the show, and drink it with us and talk with us and whatever. We'd love to see everybody. Again,
Tell us how fat we are. And
again, it is 50% capacity right now. So everything is 50% capacity right now. So obviously, if for some reason a bunch of people came, we're sorry, but we think we'll be fine. I'm excited for it. Backstep's great dudes. We know the brewer, obviously, but the owner we've been communicating with lately.
He's been super excited.
They're owned by firefighters.
Like, he was almost sad that at first we proposed last week because his back was hurting and he wasn't able to make it. He's like, I can give some of the other. No, dude, we want you on it.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. But other than that is the end of hour one.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching hour one. We will come back here in about 2 to 5 minutes as always.
Yep, goes about 5.
I am I am the Two Beerded Guys. I am so fat. I am TBG_Hops guy. This is
Mudhog B&Q.
Behind the camera is the one and only.
I'll scream at.
We love you guys. See you at hour 2. Back? Awesome. So welcome back to Hour 2. That made me a little
Hour
nervous.
two.
Of the Two Bearded Guys.
Not taking over the show, but can we just talk about what I learned in the last 2 minutes?
I'm scared.
Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Like, did anyone else on the line realize that Florida is Florida with a space? Because I had no idea till just right now.
Literally, we were talking about, like, bad rap names. And
Because
I'm
what's
like,
your rap name, Tyler?
oh, shit, what was it?
Two shits.
Oh, yeah, Two Shits.
That was just too shit. 'Cause it was
Yeah, that's right, Two Shit.
Two shit.
yeah.
But,
the two is really just coming in there and the shit's just so depressed.
Two Shit. But no, so I was like, oh, yeah, like, dumb rap names, and Matt said something, and I was like, oh, so, like, Flo Rida, a.k.a. Florida. And Matt turned and immediately was like, what?
I was upstairs. I'm like, seriously?
I don't follow the rap game that
He
dedicatedly.
had no idea that Flo Rida was Florida.
Welcome to Hour 2.
I never gave him that much time of mind to put that, you know.
That's fair.
But for anyone else that didn't know that, if you don't know, then now you know. Like, it's a thing.
I'm so happy.
You may as well smash that like button.
Yeah. That was a depressed
Yeah,
smash.
you really softballed that one like a sad panda.
Stop.
You really need to smash that like that. I
You
guess.
learn stuff.
Where's your enthusiasm today, John? Did it die Saturday?
It did.
Dude, a lot of things died Saturday.
Like my left kidney?
My liver.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of things did die.
Which is weird because it's like 14 beers and you know, we drank
Well,
some
we haven't
drinks.
read
It wasn't
about
like
it.
it's that many, but God, it felt like we drank twice as much as we did.
So, it's just because we were full.
Oh, that's right.
So, our beer that is up to start Hour 2
Yes.
is by Weldworks Brewing Company. It is the Fudgy Grams Imperial Milk Stout, brewed with chocolate fudge. I like how it's chocolate fudge.
Chocolate
Not
fudge.
chocolate. We brewed this shit with fudge. Milk sugar, and then we added sugar and milk chocolate. Over 70 pounds of Keebler Deluxe grams were added.
That's the part that makes me most excited.
Keep cold, drink now. Fine-tuned beer.
And they specifically named the Keebler.
Yeah.
So
Out
either
of
they're getting sued or they paid money.
it is out of Greeley, Colorado.
I did not go to Weldworks. It is one that we were talking about going to, but
Can
Tabor.
or what?
Oh yes, sir. Tabor.
yeah.
Also, we've gotten just like a couple schools of hearts. So
Yeah.
Smash that like button.
Let's go.
whoever's doing that, thanks.
We need to get an actual button so I don't have to pull it up on my phone.
You want to do like a little bit of a turn, like to you smidgedly. There we go.
Yeah. Fudgy grams.
Fudgy
Oh, yeah,
grams.
we
It's kind
looked
of
over
like a
there.
picture
So
of a Pop Tart in a
Huh?
circle, though.
smack.
Smash that like button. Smash it.
Like that smash
And we
button.
have to look at the yeah.
Like that smash
Like that
button.
smash button. Let's go.
Like that smash button.
I had a bunch of beer that day.
That was a John Gem right there.
Yeah, it happens.
Like that smash button.
I, do like
I'm
it.
really-
I like that smash button.
I'm
I'm a
really
fan of the
hoping-
smash button. I like it a
I
lot.
like it.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
I really hope this tastes like one
Redeemed
of those, what was it, the Keebler Elves that had like the chocolate inside, like the
With
Keebler
the
cookies.
cutout of the elf,
Right.
with the fudge in between.
I just love how both of them right there were like, yeah, I really hope
We've
it's like,
connected.
I really hope it's like this.
Well, we know who's guilty of the hearts. Tab says it's her. She absolutely spent the break on TikTok and then came back to
Love you, Tab.
heart that smash button.
Heart that smash button. Pew, pew.
So yes, let's try this out.
It smells very fudgy.
I hope so. Great concert. Incubus.
Ooh,
Oh, yes.
ooh.
I saw them my freshman year of high school out at the White River venue.
I think I've seen them like the Baker's Dozen.
Seen them once. I actually own a shirt with that logo on it.
Nice.
I was a lot smaller then.
Doesn't fit now.
That was not
No, it is saved to be put in a quilt one day because it might fit my arm.
It was like of all your old band shirts that have been outgrown.
Like,
Shall we say?
like I think it was like my freshman year of high school. That's a dude. I was a
Yeah.
lot smaller.
I was a lot smaller. I was half the size then. That's actually probably fair.
I'd have been about 145 to 150 pounds. So yeah,
Yeah.
slightly less than half.
That was me in high school. You were.
I was
me
short.
in high school.
I was short.
Well, you didn't grow until you were 24.
No, like I was pudgy and short.
I started drinking and eating a lot after high school.
I was pudgy and short.
Okay.
I was probably about 160 to 170 my senior year. I was actually thinner senior year, but I was stronger. And then I just kept gaining weight from there.
I'm interested in what you guys think of
probably.
this beer.
I might have been closer to 200 senior year.
Oh, Tab says she'll see if she can get a bike. I thought she was going to say that you can ride, but she was actually said to make it to the mothership at some point.
So this beer.
Yeah, we're drinking this beer. Sorry, Tab. That face wasn't about you.
No, this is a either they went too far with the fudge, that it's overwhelming, or they're off with the fudge.
It's
flavor.
chemically, very, very chemically.
That's a good word for it.
There is very few things I think that use natural in it.
See the bottom of my glass?
That's a what the fuck?
It's got fudge at the bottom of my glass.
It's almost got, and I hate saying
Oh, I
this,
think you
but
did get the last pour of it.
It's got a little bit of that coconutty finish. Maybe that's due to the.
It's the chemical.
That's perhaps chemical thing.
It's whatever unnatural ingredient they used.
That's a.
So they definitely use the grams because I mean they're not gonna say they use grams and then not.
And not.
They probably use fudge,
Test it
but
at Sun King. See if they use grams.
there's something somewhere that they didn't use that was natural, and it's
Something.
or it went bad. One of the two.
I don't think it went bad.
No, I'm going with there's something not natural.
Yeah,
It's
it doesn't taste far off enough to be bad.
It's chemically.
It tastes just off enough to be like weird or chemical. I think, like you're saying, is probably the most likely.
tangy on the tongue.
If that's what's getting me. That's 100% what's getting me. Like, I get some of the fudgy graham,
It's not as sweet as I expected.
but it is tangy. I get fudgy graham tangy, and it's weird.
Ooh, I had a little bit go up my nose just then. That is not pleasant. Oh my god. Woo!
Yeah,
I'm a little disappointed because I was really excited for
I
this
was really
beer.
excited about this, and I feel exactly. What
That,
Tyler
didn't
said.
I buy this beer too?
Yeah, this is yours that we drank. I still have 2 more of these.
Why do we keep drinking mine?
You can have mine.
Oh, I don't want to.
Take it, Tyler. I insist.
Take the pineapple upside down.
I give that to.
Oh, you did. Fuck. Damn it, backyard beer chick.
It's not. It's not bad. It's just weird.
Yeah, it's
I'm more leaning on the bad side, but
kind of between the two. Like it's not full bad, but it's definitely weird. It's weird enough that it's towing bad.
Yeah. It's viscous. It's leaving the film on the glass.
Like the chocolatey taste almost reminds me of the Keebler crackers.
10.7% though.
That's slightly redeeming, but
Not that much.
that's not slight.
I mean, there's the bottom of my glass. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, you can. Oh, ugh.
Yeah, so something is,
You're definitely
thick and sludgy
We're
in
gonna
there.
rinse this out before the next
It's
one.
like chocolate snot.
Even though it's back-to-back
Right?
stouts, I think it'll be best to rinse again.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I've got one too.
I don't.
Yeah.
Well, shit, yeah, I do. I got some sludge.
So yeah, it's
Either they're
It's gotta be that
artificial or
chemical.
They use too much. Or
Yeah.
both.
There's a guys, I know we're not describing it all that well, but for one it's kind of perplexing because it gives you a little bit of what it tells you, but then like my tongue is miserable right now.
If you've got it still left, either guys, like if you do the swirl, like the wine swirl, but it kind of just ate up my chocolate snot at the bottom.
I did, yeah.
And it didn't taste slightly less weird.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Very slight.
I mean, honestly, disappointed. You say it's a fudgy graham. I'm expecting a little bit more diabetes in a bottle, pastry stout.
And you say not only do you have chocolate fudge, you also say there's milk chocolate, which is sweet,
Do you think?
and milk sugar.
Do you think
And
the
lactose.
milk chocolate
Which should have been sweeter too.
would be really weird? But do you think? I bet it was milk chocolate chemical, like whatever
They didn't
extract.
they didn't use real milk chocolate, and they used an extract of some kind.
That's because I believe the graham.
Well, you can't literally say you use Keebler grams
Right.
and then fudge. Why would you lie about fudge? I guess there is probably a fudge extract,
Yeah.
so it's probably either the milk chocolate or the fudge.
Yeah.
Fudge would be the more expensive one, so it might be the fudge they used an extract.
Well, what would be the thing that's doing this in the bottom of the glass? though?
Anything,
That's gotta
any
be-
kind of sediment.
That's probably the graham.
Yeah, because
Oh,
that's the
okay.
natural
I'm
ingredient.
sure it's probably one of the chocolates, but
No,
That's probably the graham.
that would be the natural ingredient. Doesn't break down all the
if
way.
you're gonna, in most cases, if you're gonna do something like the gram or anything at the end, that's gonna be added with a side vessel in the bright tank, and you're gonna basically steep it and transfer it in.
Matt, why don't you rate?
Since he was talking, I was like, I can do it.
Matt, why don't you go ahead and rate yours, and then you can go rinse.
I'm torn. I like stouts, and it's still 10%, but I don't know, 2.5.
Okay.
I'd be willing to try it again and see if it tastes, if we had the same result, maybe from like a different batch or something.
I'm not as nice as Matt. I think everything it promised. Here, I'll give that to you, Matt. So you can. I think with everything it promised, it very overwhelmingly was underwhelming. Like it did not match what it was supposed to in the least. And so, along with the chemical weird bullshit that's on my tongue right now, it's getting a 1.25.
Okay. I was going to go 2.25. It is not my favorite. If I see it on the shelf again,
I'll piss on it.
I won't go that far. I'll drink what I have in the fridge.
I like Weld Works, but
Yeah.
no,
That is a 2 average.
that's generous.
Is that the highest one or what?
You were the highest.
No.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I was kind of curious.
I think it was a good attempt. I
mean, you were only a quarter higher than him.
I think it could be better. I think even the recipe that they're doing, they just got to fix whatever that is that's not genuine.
Tastes like you're drinking
Speaking of rap
chlorine.
names.
Right. Genuine.
Burp. He did the burp song, right?
I have no clue. But I knew Florida was Florida.
Hey, everyone's got to learn something every day, John.
Um,
Can I have like, I don't know, while you're pouring that, maybe, can I interject a question? This whole, like, extract flavoring, is that just like the pump syrup that you can get at, like, Starbucks or something? Like,
no, because there are really good quality extracts.
Because I always assume, like, when I hear, like, see these things, like, oh, we use chocolate, we use peanut butter, we use X, Y, or Z, like, they're actually using those things. Is it common practice to use extract?
Okay. So you're getting into a little bit of an internal debate in the brewery world where if I do pineapple or coconut, I'm literally doing shaved pineapple, or I'm cutting up a coconut and we're putting it in, right?
I thought you put a lime in the coconut.
Right.
And you drink it all up.
But it's oftentimes cheaper to use an extract and coconut flavor or pineapple flavoring. And there are really good extracts out there, and they're extracted from real fruit, so there's part of the industry is like, it's still real. But to me, something chemically changes.
Well, and there's some that are real obvious. Even the best coconut extract is, you can pick it out in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
It's more like the MTV's Real World, like it's real but scripted still. It's
Yeah.
almost there, but it's not quite.
Like, I almost feel like if I'm not going to use the actual fruit, whatever it is, then I might go to a puree.
I like purees better.
And that's still like it actually comes from, or is derived from the actual
Right.
item, so that makes sense. I guess I never realized that doing the extracts was that prominent and or that much of a difference
But
maker.
extracts are cheaper
Some flavors,
and go further.
in some flavors, you don't
Business
notice it.
perspective.
Yeah.
There are certain flavors that you don't notice.
Yeah. But, like, it's the difference between going vanilla bean and imitation vanilla extract. You can tell the difference.
Oh, vanilla is one of them that you can tell pretty quick.
Yeah.
There are certain high-level ones that aren't too bad, but
I mean, if I'm getting Meyer brand, Walmart brand vanilla imitation extracts, yeah, you can tell.
yeah, especially in beer. All right, so this, guys, is our Hoppin' Frog, which we did a Hoppin' Frog last week. Chorus, it's Qoris. They're out of Ohio. It is their Chorus the Quasher Quadruple Imperial Stout. 15.7% alcohol.
I'm assuming barrel aged?
Chorus the Quasher. So far, I haven't seen that, but
It might not be.
the Super Extreme Oh, here's how the chorus comes from. The Super Extreme Quadruple Oatmeal Russian Style Imperial Stout. Wow.
It's an acronym.
Yeah, it is.
will tantalize, engulf, and quash your taste buds like no other. Chorus is even more dark and hoppy than Doris Double Stout and stronger than Taurus Triple Stout. Dry hopped and first wort hopped with aromatic American hops to create one great and memorable Imperial Stout. In today's fast-paced world, it's often difficult to find the quality that discriminating people deserve. For those who search for this long-lost, undying commitment to the very best, let it be known that one beer will not be compromised. Hoppin' Frog Brewing.
It's not barrel aged.
Hopping Frog
impressive.
Brewing Company.
But I've never heard of a quad imperial.
I
stout
have not
before
either, so-
It's basically 4 times the grain bill,
Yeah.
as I'm guessing.
15.7%. Again, they are out of Ohio.
15.7 without.
So that
barrel
explanation
aged.
that you read off kind of makes me wonder.
It's going to be a tough one to see, but
It actually shows up pretty well. Having been
that's weird.
a casual fan of Hop and Frog for a
Okay,
while, I know Boris was their first one. That's what they kind of cut their teeth with their stout, and then that turned into Doris, their double. I've not heard of Taurus, their triple, and then this is Quarus, their quad. So it's them just increasing.
them just going, all right, we're going to like just throw all the grain in.
Yeah, all the
they're
grain.
probably- so I wonder if it's the same.
Do you realize how
thing
much,
they're doing each time
to
it's
be
increasing.
15.7 without barrel aging, do you realize the amount of sugar that came out of that grain bill?
Yeah.
It smells like a barrel age. Like,
So,
Ooh, it's boozy
kind
on
of
the
fun
nose.
story. When Sun King does the Shadowproof, before barrel aging, they'll double batch it, and the first batch they brewed was like 15%, and then they just use the same spit grain again,
Nice.
and got like another 8% out of it,
Nice.
and then they just blended the two.
And which is what lowered it
Yeah.
naturally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's a lot left in that grain.
Oh, yeah.
so while we're getting ready to drink, Pete Ferrar's giving us a thumbs up.
What up,
He approves
Pete?
Of all this.
He
Tab
would.
says that's honestly really adorable.
Oh, the frog,
Fry
probably.
the frog, I'm guessing. And Tor Burl?
Yeah, it's Kyle. Hey, Kyle.
Yeah, go John.
If you
Woo!
can.
John's biggest
Oh.
fan.
He's at 50 followers on Twitch. Kyle, I think we're like 18 now. Yeah. He plays League of Legends.
Considering it's also like our least active thing other than the live
the
Mondays
Swedish guys. Yeah.
in German.
Yeah.
This one was German.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, this is very boozy on the nose.
Very boozy.
I'm getting a little chocolate on the nose.
That's fair.
Some sweet, maybe caramel.
Oh, it's not sweet on the tongue. Ooh, that's not bad. That face was not a bad face. It just caught me off guard.
Alright, clarification tab says it's definitely the frog.
You got a
and
lot of beer on the mustache.
Evan Saltzman says, hi guys.
Hey, Evan.
What up, Evan?
This is like the
Evan works at Taze River. He's why we went and saw him.
super like heavy coffee boozy stout.
This is very roasty, very coffee.
But not burnt.
No, it's not burnt at
it's
all.
good. It's
There's
just
a so I love dark roast coffee, and that's what this reminds me of right now.
with like, 3 shots of vodka.
Well, I prefer whiskey in my coffee, but whatever works.
Evan, are you going to come see us Wednesday?
At Backstep,
Backstep Brewing.
He's typing. Wait.
Okay,
Ooh.
good.
it reminds me of the coffee I drink a lot of times.
Remember when you
It's
could see that on like AOL Messenger? Like, sorry.
Yeah. You can do
it is slightly viscous.
shit with everything in it.
Oh
huh?
man, yeah. Look at that cascade.
Hold on.
Yeah, let's see. Somebody's trying to get.
Oh, look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting it even like way thicker. I'm getting it way thicker.
He's
now.
getting away.
It is coffee. Like without being coffee, it's
I love coffee, and this is making me happy.
still a spoon in it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Steph says she wants some. I don't know that she would handle it well.
That's the only bottle we have.
That's the only bottle.
We
have.
actually didn't buy this bottle.
We didn't.
I bought a different bottle of beer through Tabor. They sent me the wrong beer, plus reimbursed me.
Yeah.
And I'm not upset with the accident.
Yeah. No. They are in Ohio, so maybe that's a trip over.
I didn't realize that they were in Ohio or where they're at in the state. But if you guys want
Was
to
it
go,
Toledo?
I would be
Is
curious.
it?
Because I've had every stout kind of stuff I've got the Boris, I've gotten the Doris.
I want to say it's Toledo when we looked last time. We've looked before.
When it comes to stouts, at least they've never let me down. They've always been consistent.
And the pineapple upside down was good.
It's either Aiken or
That's
Toledo.
That appealed to me, so I can appreciate it, but it wasn't my style. But when it comes to stouts, they crush. I think they're multiple award winners for their stouts.
This is.
Also, Evan says, glad you came to tease, and whiskey and the coffee is great. What time Wednesday? What are you guys doing?
6:30
again?
6:30 Wednesday. We are at
Backstep Brewing in Crawfordsville. We will be remote, which means you can join us and drink beer with us.
Remote's the best word. Nice job.
Yeah.
It's only taken us like 3 weeks to figure that out.
Yeah.
But you can join us live.
Live-ish.
We are recording video, and we'll post the whole video later.
Probably that night when we get home.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to go visit. The beer is what we've had has been good from out there.
Any interactions we had with them has been fun. And,
Not just Kyle.
And not just Kyle, yeah.
They're owned by firefighters. That's cool. So
Yeah.
same reason I go to Firehouse Subs, to be honest, is they donate back to firefighters. Like, it's one of those, like, there's times where you're just like, I mean, I could either get a shitty sub or a slightly better than shitty sub and
give back to
firefighters.
Is there still any around here? I thought they all...
I think Noblesville's still here.
Noblesville's still here, and I think that's the only one.
Okay, because I love Firehouse, and I was like, oh, they all died.
Meatball sub.
I've always enjoyed
yeah,
Firehouse.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed Firehouse.
And they were the first one that I know that had, like, the ultimate Coke machine.
Yeah, they always did have that. Burger King was, like, one of the all-time first, though.
Actually,
A lot of Burger Kings got the...
the correct answer is AMC movie theaters.
Well, yeah.
All right, fair.
Which, he's not wrong.
But did they have the cherry limeade though? Because cherry limeade.
Cherry
I
limeade.
think that was exclusive to Firehouse. Which
There we go.
I don't buy sodas ever, so like
Firehouse for the win.
Every time I saw that, I was like, I need to do that. Nope, it's pop. Don't do it, Matt. Save the calories for beer this weekend.
Do you save calories?
What's that?
Okay.
It just makes me feel better when I don't drink pop.
So I will say this. So as much as I like this beer, and as much as I love coffee, if I'm drinking this beer, I'm drinking one of them, and not just one of them. I'm drinking one beer that night.
Yeah.
There's a ton of flavor. It's 15.7%.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But it's coffee, but with alcohol. Like there's just enough there that just enough bitter, just enough that you're like, I'm not drinking this fast. I'm gonna sit here and drink on it. Now I'm gonna enjoy every fucking sip.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna drink one because it's gonna take me a while to drink a full 12 ounces of this.
Yeah. It is. I mean, my after dinner dessert beer.
This is the
That
nightcap.
would be fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't be hammered before you have this. Like it'd be like I was out at dinner, had a couple of beers, and I came back.
Or
had
it's
dessert beer, like nightcap at the end of the night of like.
got home
steak
after
dinner.
work. Maybe you had a couple light beers when you got home, but you're having
Right.
dinner.
Yeah,
Get
that-
done. You sit down with the wife to watch a movie or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm just sipping on this.
Great sipping beer.
Yeah.
Just like when I sit down and I'm not having a lot to drink, but I'll sit down and pour me a nice glass of whiskey. It's the same kind of thing
Same
if you're in the
concept.
beer world or like stouts. It's your sipping beer.
There are definitely other imperial stouts I would go to before this one, but it's really good.
Now, with the alcohol at 15%, though, there's only
With-
a handful of beers that I have come across in the stout world and trying to look that are
Cedar Creek?
15 plus.
Yeah.
Like Avery does it quite a bit. There's this one, and
I had one by Cedar Creek that was 20.
Yeah.
Touche.
That motherfucker gets you drunk quick.
I would
Yeah.
imagine so.
I did a show after drinking like 20 ounces of it before. It was a really bad choice. That was what, episode like 3 or something?
Yeah, it was real early on.
Ooh.
I was, not trying to skew points, but I know sometimes like, oh yeah, I forgot it was that percentage. I don't know if that would.
I'm not gonna kill it because I do really like this beer. I think it's a super solid beer. But it's not gonna be. I'm not going crazy over it either.
I'll go first. I really enjoy it because it does remind me of the coffee I drink, which John made the comment of stand a spoon up in it, and it's because I love a lot of gas station coffees because a lot of times their dark roast is holy fuck. Like Speedway and Circle K both, they make a dark roast that you could fucking chew, and I love it. now, with that being said, this reminds me a lot of it, but at the same time, usually when I'm trying to end my night, or like I'm having one drink that night or something like that, that's why I like my bourbons. I like the flavor impact. This is a little much at times, but I'm still going to give it a 3.5. I think it's a fantastic quadruple.
Yeah, no, it is.
I mean, it's a 15.7. It's literally, if I decide, man, I'm not really in the whiskey mood tonight, but I want a nightcap, this is perfect.
It's super roasty. It's almost too roasty for me.
But not burnt.
It's not burnt, which is a big, big difference. I've had burnt style beers before, and I can appreciate but don't enjoy them. So they did a real fine job balancing that. The fact they can get to a 15% without barrel aging it, I mean, just means that's a massive grain bill. They did a great job balancing. It's still a soft mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Very viscous. Amazing job. I'm going to go a 3.75.
You ended up ahead of me?
I did. Which just shocks me. I was shocked you went 3.5.
The only reason I went 3.5 instead of 3.75 or even 4 is because I'm only drinking this when I'm wanting a nightcap and I don't want my whiskey.
But this is also kind of my, and it's Matt's too. It's kind of my style. I love big old Russian apparel.
But it truly, like for me, I'm only going to drink this if it's my nightcap drink and I'm not wanting whiskey as my nightcap drink.
If I'm eating cheesecake, I mean this thing's like
this
thing's like a 4.75. It's cheesecake.
Dude,
just
that
saying.
would balance the sweetness of the
so
cheesecake
much.
so well.
So, yeah.
We'd make a good cheesecake too.
It would.
Dude, Aaron Donovan could make a fucking fantastic cheesecake out of this.
Yeah, no, it'd be great.
Sorry, anyway. You're going to have to rinse anyway after your score.
I was like, oh, I had
There is no way in hell we're going to go to sours without you rinsing.
Yeah.
That's not safe.
Palate cleanser.
And
And Matt needs to score.
go ahead and throw another one in there.
Well, stouts being my jam, and 15%. I mean, you can't ignore that. I feel torn because there's a difference in how much I like it and how much I actually search it out. Like, I don't know how far I'd go to find it, but if it was someplace I was at and it was reasonably priced, I'd probably buy it. But I'm not going to drive out of the way to get specifically that because I don't know how much I could really, have that. It's that novelty beer a little bit where it's like, oh, I want to have this on the shelf, or I want to share this with some other people. Like, I couldn't have this and really just drink it myself very much,
I would be curious to age it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wouldn't be opposed to that. But I think on the flavor profile and what it brings and what it is, I really appreciate it more than what I would go get it. So I'm kind of torn. I want to say, for me, taste-wise, I want to go like a 4.25. Because I really enjoy
Is
it.
that your rating?
That's going to be my rating.
All right, I was really confused because
I'm saying, I mean, I don't have the 4.25
Should be a
search it
4
out
even.
feature, but I have that much appreciation for the taste.
Ooh, didn't quite get there.
Yeah. No. That's a great beer.
So that gives us a 3.75 on the average.
Yep.
Realistically, I might have been a hair short, but I'm okay with my score.
Yeah.
The booze level does help bump a little bit, and that's one of the reasons I almost gave it a 3.75. But again, I love stouts, don't get me wrong. You guys both know this.
Yeah.
But my late night nightcap drink, when I haven't been drinking a lot, is good whiskey. And I don't know if this will ever beat that. And the only time I'm going to drink this is a late night nightcap drink.
And
Sure as hell aren't going to a buddy's and breaking out unless you're sampling it with about 10 people. Or not really, like 2 people. But unless you're sampling it with friends, you're not going to go to a party and break this motherfucker out.
No.
Which that's kind of what hindered my desire to search it out. But
The flavor of it, what it is, how good it tastes. Never seeing a quadruple stout and the alcohol percentage, I think it deserves more than how much I would want to search it out, based on the flavor and what it is.
I think the 3.75 is a really solid score for it.
I'm happy with it.
Sour time, boys.
Alrighty!
Yeah.
We're going to start with Drecker Brewing Company. It is passion fruit, orange, guava, brains!
Now,
It is
the Brains is a series?
That's what Jennifer was telling me.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had anything other than this one, so I don't know. But that's what Jen said last week. This is a double fruit smoothie sour.
What that means?
No, I think from what I understand, you're good.
Okay.
The malts are pale two-row wheat, carafoam, and sour malt, S-A-U-E-R.
Yep.
Hops are Magnum, Hallertau Blanc. So Magnum and Hallertau Blanc. Also Flora, Lactobacillus culture, and House Ale
sour.
yeast. Gimmicks. They call them gimmicks. Oh my god, this is awesome.
Beautiful.
Passion fruit, more passion fruit. Orange, more orange. Guava, more guava. Sea salt, lactose, sugar, and vanilla bean. Ooh, vanilla bean.
Nice.
Ooh, they're specific.
So that means it shouldn't be an extract.
Shouldn't be.
Madagascar or Ecuadorian?
Actually, go ahead and get paper towel. Warning. I love cans like this. There is a significant amount of fruit in this beer. Please keep cold at all times to avoid finding out why some call it a fruit bomb.
We'll try.
I have looked this beer up. I have not seen anyone talk about it exploding yet. And I have a bunch of people on Instagram that have had this.
Yeah.
So
We'll see.
we'll find out.
Great looking label.
And we're solid.
Good. We've kept it cold.
Yeah.
So real quick while you guys are pouring, and this is something that I feel is not really that dumb of a question, so I just kind of pieced it together myself recently. Tab said,
Florida is Florida.
well, that as well, but I pieced it together a little bit earlier. Like, Tab was asking, not to be dumb, but what is a nightcap?
Oh.
Drink you end your night with.
Yeah. Real simply, that's what it is.
It's much more, innocent than it sounds like, because at first I was like, oh, that's like zoom, 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 and a boom, boom, or something, right? Because it's always like in the
What
movie.
the fuck?
In the movies, it's always a dude walking a chick home, and he's like, oh, hey, nightcap. And you're like, oh, I know where this is going. And it doesn't end with drinks. So
I always think of the sophisticated guy going to the reading room with the library and smoking the cigar pipe with the bourbon, whiskey, whatever it is that he's drinking. It's just the way you're ending your night.
Which, I mean, I'm the kind of guy that my man cave when I officially own a house, so when I die, I've always thought is going to be a very mixed bag. John's is already a mixed bag. I think mine will be even more, just because I think if I were to have John's basement, there's actually a perfect divider in his downstairs basement. Mine would have the bar still like his does, but then the entire rest of this part would literally be all like comfy furniture and books.
Yeah.
I don't think I said baseball.
Which is where I would smoke my cigars and shit like that, smoke my pipe. And then, on the other side would be the sports, which actually John used his other side a lot for music and sports.
Yep.
And so there's part of what he did that would be the same as me, and then part that's missing. And it's funny because there's so many people I talk to nowadays that man caves have gone kind of the way of, like, what the TV man cave isn't what you expect anymore. And you're starting to get more into that nightcap kind of, where the husband withdraws into, like, a study area. And you're starting to get that again, and it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. It's what we try to be
Hugh Hefner
fancy.
Kind of shit or what?
What?
Hugh Hefner kind of shit, like a whole bunch of, like, rich-bound books and then mahogany?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't afford mahogany, but, yeah.
Maybe a few playmates is fine.
I mean, if I have that kind of money...
Whatever it
Somewhere,
takes.
If at some point in time I have that kind of money, then yes, a few playmates. So it has the smoothie look.
I'm not getting all the junk from like a 450. It doesn't look like vomit in the glass.
It's not leaving a massive.
Sure.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm sure. Not like 450.
It's not leaving nearly as much on the glass.
Yeah, it's less sediment, but this has definitely got a cascade.
Ooh,
like,
I kind of
on
like that
it.
flavor.
There's
I do.
A little bit of guava.
a lot of guava. It's actually got guava and then more guava. I don't know if you recall.
I'm getting orange. Passion fruit's another one that I don't really know.
That vanilla is a balancer.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
It's not as tart as
The vanilla balances it.
Yeah, it's more like refreshing than sour.
That's what good vanilla bean does. Oh yeah. And vanilla beans are not cheap.
Boys.
I'm surprisingly impressed with this.
Yeah, I'm not upset by this.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not upset.
These guys are from where?
Drecker, we've had Drecker before.
I have not.
Haven't we?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, I have, I think.
I mean, sweet can art. This thing tastes
Not this
delicious.
line anyway.
Oh,
Obviously.
no, I've not had this line. Shit. Fargo, I would assume.
Fargo?
Fargo and Nodak are the only two words there.
Yeah. Okay.
That is fucking delicious. It's almost kind of like sherbet.
Oh yeah, I was right.
It is like sherbet.
Brewed and packaged by Drecker Brewing Company in Fargo, North Dakota.
Like if you melted the tricolor sherbet from UDF, the green, the red, and the orange, which is right. If you have white in there, you're wrong. Fuck you. That's just disgusting. That shouldn't be in there.
I love him.
I know, I do too.
If you took the trifecta of amazing blend of sherbet,
Fancy.
melted it, that would be this with some alcohol in there.
No, you gotta do it right.
The dab is the proper etiquette, just for the record.
Hey, I was in cotillion. I used to teach cotillion actually.
What's cotillion?
Fuck's cotillion?
Manners and ballroom dancing.
Why do you just say that? That's so much easier.
Because it's called a cotillion.
No one knows what that is but you.
No, a lot of people do, actually.
That is a $5 word.
We're from Indiana.
Yeah.
No one knows what the fuck cotillion is.
But yeah, no,
I know what a flotilla is.
I used to.
If we're in Indiana, you're supposed to be like, I teach people's manners good.
I used to teach proper manners and ballroom
Autistic
dancing.
kids.
No,
No.
this is something I graduated from actually, and then taught as my junior and sophomore, junior, and senior year of high school.
We got a laugh emoji.
Oh no,
Did it
no!
float across the screen?
Yeah.
Did it? So you got it
Get some
working.
floats.
Nobody
Yay.
ever actually believes me when I tell them that, but when I'm real drunk, especially at like somewhere where people are dancing, it's funny. I'll teach ballroom dancing hammered. So like at Purdue, there's a bar called the Cactus, and they have a big dance floor. And people are dancing, doing all sorts of shit.
We were hammered on Saturday.
Well, yeah, but nobody was dancing. And like,
points
I don't
out.
want to go out on the dance floor, and people be like, make me go out there, and I'm having fun. But then I get to a point, and I'm like, oh, and a song will come on. I'll be like, I'll teach you how to swing, or I'll teach you how to this, or what. And it's hilarious. It's a drunk 280 to 300 pound dude, like
Trying to ballroom dance with somebody that may or may not be willing.
that
Yeah.
usually doesn't know how to do it. Not that they're not willing. Consent is important.
Yeah.
Good on you.
So just go ahead and shift the gears off of that.
The gifts. Switch the gifts.
Gears. All right, we had some stronger beers tonight, boys. Evan is like,
Oh, wait, no, right.
he knows what that is, and he even spelled it. Because I'm not even gonna try to say it.
But so I've known Evan for a long
He
time.
seems like a classy fucking dude.
Evan's fucking classy. He was the classiest dude in our school. There's no doubt.
You graduated with like 20 people.
Well, he
Yes.
didn't say it's great. He said it's school.
So 60 people.
Evan says always.
Because the entire senior class failed. No.
And Steph said she would have danced. I think she meant danced, but
Saturday.
yeah. So apparently I have to just like ask the right.
Oh no, I was in real lazy mood Saturday. I barely got out of that fucking chair.
That's true.
Truth be told.
Uh,
Matt, off screen, Matt, thank you for doing some cleanup at the end. I appreciate that.
So I get drunk and then I feel the need to clean because my OCD.
it was
takes over.
funny.
Because we were just like, oh, Chris left. No one's going to clean now. And then 5 minutes later, Matt's over
All right, so in all seriousness,
I'm gonna sell myself on why anyone would invite me to a party. Is I'm usually the last person standing, and when I'm still awake and drunk and bored, my OCD takes over and I clean.
all right, so let's finish talking about this beer.
It's delicious.
Yes. This is a Dragon Fundido. I think having those two like more of a side by side would be a really great comparison.
Dragon Fandango, but whatever.
I like Fundido.
What's the ABV on this? Do we know? Ooh, it doesn't say.
It's a mystery even to me.
Hold on. Go ahead, John. Talk. I'll look.
Yeah, no. So we've had a couple of different these styles of beers. These really fruity, slushy Berliner Weisses.
Had a decent amount of
A
them.
lot of them are from 450, but we have branched out and had a few from others, and we still have more. Peach Puffy Tart.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
one.
Puffy tart?
Peach Puffy. It's hard to say. We had a lot of IBV beers tonight, Matt.
I'm not there with you. I just want to make sure I know what you're talking about.
Peach Puffy Tart.
There we go.
Yeah, I think I said it.
We can fix that in post.
Yeah.
5%.
5%. It's
So
probably
strong
one of the best
for
ones
you,
I've had.
Yeah,
Honestly.
slightly better than, or slightly higher ABV than Dragon.
It's probably one of the best ones I've had.
And Dragon's not a
Slushy.
slushy.
This is just a Berliner Weiss.
Yeah, so this is a little thicker, a little richer.
If you took,
The vanilla in this is. The vanilla in
yeah,
this
it really that's what seals it for me. It's delicious.
sets it apart. Matt, you got any closing statements before we grade? Did you grade yet?
Not yet.
I didn't think so.
Not like it's melted tricolored sherbet and it's fucking delicious. I hope we have more of these. Is that just the only one we got?
It's the only one. I bought it.
I'm gonna throw this glass on the floor, John. Do I have permission for that?
No.
Fine.
This is what.
The owner of the house said okay.
As long as you go to voyeur cam first. So they see you do it.
And we can cuss you out and they won't.
Now I feel like it was a dare.
Dude, I'm barefoot. Let's not do that.
We just said I clean things up when I get drunk.
That's true.
Yeah, no, it's tasty. I'm not upset by this at all. The only thing I'm upset by is that I only bought one.
I'm upset you only bought one too.
You don't even like sours, so I was trying not to like.
Exactly. Imagine how let down I am. There's not more than one of those.
God,
if I
he's a
like it
dick.
that much.
He's a fucking dick.
That's why. Hey, that's why we had this discussion earlier. I was like, hey man, if it only comes with one beer, and I think I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna get ahead and get that. Second
Yeah, I
one.
don't do it. I use that money to buy another beer.
Who wants to grade it?
I'll go first.
Okay.
This is tough because I don't like grading smoothie styles very high, mostly because I don't feel they're a real beer style.
But at 5%, that's more than a light beer, which is a real beer.
But
PBR.
it's the flavors.
Thanks for the reminder.
The flavor's so balanced.
Yeah.
And the vanilla bean sets it apart from most smoothie styles. Most smoothie styles, people don't want to put that kind of money into it. Vanilla bean's not cheap.
No.
So they don't want to throw that extra ingredient that costs a ridiculous amount of money. I think if I could grade it somewhere between a 4.25 and a 4.5, I'd be really happy. But because I can't, I'm actually going to go on the high end this time and give it a 4.5.
Okay.
Which is unbelievably high for a smoothie style for me.
Yeah. I'm not going to go that high, so I'll bring it down a little bit. Not much, though, because here's what it's going to do for me. Number one, I'm going to look for more Drecker, and specifically more of this Brains, especially that it's a series.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to search out Drecker in general, number one, because that's what it's done for me. Number two, if I see this particular one as I'm searching for it, I'm going to get it. So,
For instance, there's in the Brain series in general, because they use a similar logo.
yeah.
They have a Brain Squeeze series as well as a Brains series.
Okay.
They have a blackberry and blackcurrant Brains, which sounds amazing.
Right.
Blueberry and red currant. They have strawberry and guava. They have all sorts of shit, dude.
So, yeah. So I'm going to go search out more Drecker stuff. I'm not going to compare, although I wanted to, but I'm not going to compare to anything else. But I am going to go a 4 on this one. Stupid.
I mean, I
delicious
definitely
beer.
think it's better than any of the 450 smoothies we've had.
Oh, 100%.
Concur. I'm actually going to echo exactly what Tyler said. I wish I could do something between a 4.25 and a 4.5, but it's so flipping good that I feel like a 4.25 is underrating it. I gotta go.
That was my problem. I wish I could find a spot in between, and because I couldn't, I thought a 4.25 was low.
I mean, because if I knew I had a chance of finding that, I would go to a liquor store around here right now and buy it.
Oh, I'd wait in a line for that here.
Yeah, that is fucking delicious.
If somebody told me I could go to cons and wait in line and get it,
that's something,
my ass would be there right now.
hot weather like was coming up right now, perfect for that. It's perfect for sharing. With
Oh,
people
this would
that
be
not
cool
be
for a
here.
pool area. Like,
I could drink it by myself. It's not one of those like I'd be like, oh man, this is something that's too sweet or it's too this or it's too that. Like, no, I could drink like a couple of those probably in a night and have no problem with that.
I could see John sitting around watching the girls in the pool, his daughters swim in the pool, and enjoying this beer. I really could.
Glad to clarify.
Yeah, that's an awkward clarification.
I fixed it quickly.
So, just so you know,
What's it come out to?
4.25.
Ooh.
But specifically, and this is why I didn't want to compare because I started to do this earlier. When you add all three scores and divide, it's the same score that the mead got, and I did like the mead better. But I'm not mad with the score it got.
Such different styles.
Yeah,
It is.
That's a hard comparison because
It
that
is.
one's a higher alcohol percentage, so I'll give it the alcohol. I'd say flavor wise,
What's
I
funny
would
is
probably take this over the mead.
What's funny is the overall scores. I gave both a 4.5, and it both ended up at 4.25.
Yeah.
So that's funny.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that score, but I did like the mead
I think the mead is something I'll drink more often because I don't typically drink a ton of these sours. Mostly because I get heartburn after a ton of sours. I love sours. That's why almost every sour that we've had on the show over the last 3 weeks have been ones I've purchased because I fucking love sours. I just can't drink a lot of them without like wanting to die in the middle of the night from heartburn. So for me, that's the main reason I would hunt the mead first. But I will look for Drecker,
It's-
and I will look for anything that has whether it's the brains or the other one,
With
I will
the
look for
A's.
all of
I'm
them.
gonna say right now.
Oh, dude, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 A's.
Oh, it was so
nope,
close.
8 A's. 8 A's. You were right, 8 A's.
Yeah, it's like Randy.
So I will say this: out of the places that are known for their slushies, I'm gonna choose Drecker over 450.
Oh, right now,
100%.
right now, the only brewery that I've had that's had a Berliner Weiss or a slushy style, even on par with that, is Parrish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, even the 450 North, like that's their bread and butter is the whole slushy thing.
I just find them
All
so
the
hit
ones that
and
we tried,
miss.
they're like 50-50 on the hit to shit ratio. Like,
Yeah,
some of them are
100%,
pretty
yeah.
good. Some of them
And
are
even the
not.
hits, we've only had
I haven't
like,
had that.
we've
I
only
liked
had
any of
one
the
that we
stuff
gave
this
even a
one.
remotely high
Yeah.
score, the
Yeah.
Gatsby.
I think it was that one was pretty good, but this one was better.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Substantially.
And if we wanted to, I think there's another one in there.
A
But-
Brian's?
No, a 450 if we want to compare, but
Do we have one in there?
I think so.
Grab it.
Oh no, I brought a couple of them from Steph. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a different one, I
Yeah.
think, but it's not the
No, it's not the Gatsby.
Gatsby.
That's from like 6 releases ago.
Yeah.
7 releases ago.
Yeah, we got the.
Oh, that's right. Grab it out. Let's do it.
Now we are
I mean, they're only, like-
approaching-
It doesn't matter.
Well, I was
We
gonna
can
say-
go a little long, an hour or two, before we cancel.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Just making you aware of the time.
My phone's always a
Fishing
photo.
work. Yeah, we know family time.
Hey, dude, I get random questions on this shit. That
Hilarious.
Helen actually was like alive again, so I was chit chatting with her for a second.
Good.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah, I was getting a little worried. It'd been like a week and a half.
So we have not had this one.
We have not had the Rainbow Slushy by 450 North.
Okay.
So a Rainbow Popsicle Slushy XL, smoothie style Berliner Weiss with watermelon, raspberry.
And Tyler just rolled up all his paper towels.
So did John. I used one, he used the other.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't
They
know-
are known to explode.
Yeah, these are known to explode. With strawberry and lemonade. Store cold, drink fresh. Doesn't usually matter. Brewed and canned by 450
What a
North.
dick.
Yeah, let's do it. We're going to immediately compare one versus the other.
Well, it's foaming up, but it's not exploding, so.
Well, I think no matter what, they're best
There
than
it
the
is.
Gatsby, and this was better than the Gatsby.
Who?
I highly doubt.
Who?
it.
Oh!
Hold.
So more of a slow eruption versus an explosion.
It didn't explode, but it wanted to.
Yeah,
If we'd have let this be warm instead of cold, it definitely would have.
definitely would
If
have.
it would have had a blue pill, it would have got there.
I get it. Viagra.
That's hilarious. Old people jokes
I'm only 30, dude.
or impotent jokes.
Tomato potato.
Whoever Sun King is gets all the sludge.
You mean bottle sludge like a half a can of foam? Sweet. You guys will be done. I'll still be waiting for this thing to go down.
Well, that's the one with the blue pill.
Let the record show.
Oh, here, hold on.
Here's the blue pill.
Yeah, Can Cam.
Can Cam.
They have a good label company.
Patent pending.
Yeah, whoever does their labels definitely does a great job.
The brains still look cooler on the label though too.
No, yeah,
If we're even label pairing at this.
no,
point.
I mean if we're comparing labels, I absolutely agree the brains is cooler,
But
but
450
This one's
normally
well
has a
done.
lot of good
It's
ones.
nicely executed, but
Yeah.
you know the brain just looks.
I like how for once I'm not dogging 450 and Matt's like, I mean,
Well,
Drucker's was better.
I say if we're comparing upon all aspects.
Yeah, sorry, boys.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Well, everything I liked about the last one.
wait.
It's
It's gone, yeah.
No, I will say this. It is refreshing. That is the one nice thing about this one that I'm having. It's still refreshing. If I'm out on a hot day and I'm drinking this outside, I wouldn't be upset. Now, the can would have exploded just trying to pour it on a hot day. But, you know,
Damn me.
you're the one that... Well, it's because he's riding high from grading the last
Yeah,
450
this
so
wasn't
high.
entirely your idea, John. For the record.
I put it out of my mind that we had another one.
Why do people like 450? Fuck.
I don't know.
It's just the hot thing in the area. Well, we don't have. This is our slushy place in Indiana. Like, not too many other people are doing this at all, right? By any
But the thing is, it's not just here that likes them. This shit gets shipped all over the world, especially all over the country.
Well, all right. So if you're like, I don't know if they're the pioneer or the biggest name or whatever.
Nope, weren't even first.
They're one of the most recognized at it. I feel right.
In the country, yeah.
Okay,
Not
so
good, boys.
does that just have like a big substance to it? You think like there's one of the more well-knowns, and that's why there's that.
Well, they're well known because people fucking blew them up out of nowhere. I don't know.
You know what is lacking? It doesn't have the
Expensive
balance, the great blend. Like,
It's missing the expensive ingredient that balanced the last one.
yeah,
It's okay. It's just not great.
It's I think it's funny that John's more disappointed than I am, but then again, partially because I don't expect much
Yeah,
anymore.
you had more realistic expectations apparently.
It's refreshing. I could drink this on a hot day. Unlike the brains, I would have 2 or 3 brains. I don't know if I could have 2 or 3 rainbow popsicles.
it's overly bitter and not the good. It's the unripe fruit bitterness that we were talking from. It's
Well,
not good.
Compared to what we just had, this is more bitter,
Well-
but it's not like being the stout guy that hates sour beers. Like I could drink this and be okay with it, but after having what I just had, I'm like, meh.
I can tell. Our
It's
scores
already
are gonna
left
be-
more shit on the glass.
Yeah.
It's definitely fruit riddled with everything, and honestly, I feel like again it might be rough comparison because of what we just had, but this one tastes really bland to me after that.
More tart, less fruit flavors.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
not getting the individual fruit
It's
flavors.
almost more watered down.
Now, they literally put lemonade in it. So,
Listen,
raspberry, strawberry, and lemonade. Watermelon. Yeah, so.
Drucker to me is like, oh, we're going to take a look at this and see what's going to blend really well and taste good. 450 like, fuck it, I don't know, put everything in.
We should have had the
With no
Drucker
thought in...
last week before
Oh my
the
God.
450 last week that he gave such a good grade and pissed me off.
God.
I didn't think the one last week was that high.
He gave it a 3.5.
Well, that was the highest one out of all of us, though. Mm-hmm. And that's still nowhere close to what the Drecker got.
Oh, no. No, but what I'm saying is, like, he was, like, all a fan of last week.
If only someone had their fucking notebook, we could see what the Gatsby got by comparison, because that was the best one.
He lost the one that has Gatsby in it.
It's somewhere, whatever.
It was right here, and then he
Anyway,
cleaned.
moving on, not good show.
I don't know. Me yelling at you does do well usually. Let's be
I
honest.
feel like conflict.
I'm going to rate it, unless Matt wants to go first.
No, you do.
Yeah, go ahead.
1.25.
I'm not going that bad.
I don't like this at all. At all.
Hold on. You're telling me.
I do not
hold
like
on,
this
hold
at
on.
all.
Are you having a bad tongue day, or is it
Hold
just
on.
after, like, going
Bad
going
tongue
from,
day.
like,
Poor
the,
Steph.
going from, like, the gold to, like, you know, the bronze medal, like... right
It certainly
back to
doesn't
back.
help.
I'm just trying to figure out how last week's was a 3.5.
I
And
like
this-
last week's. This one is not.
This is not 2.25 points lower.
Mm.
Not even remotely accurate.
I'm fine, but I'm still 1.25 on this one. This one fucking sucks. I don't.
I will go next because I think it's hilarious.
I don't want to
I
touch
think,
this
I think this
again.
one isn't great, but it's not bad.
I think it's better than last week's, and I'm giving it a 2.5.
All right, good.
I can't remember what I gave the one last week. Well, I forgot because my vote doesn't count. No one knows. But unless we went back and rewatched it, if I got asked.
Who does that?
Yeah, I know, right? Rewatches our episodes and cares about my vote.
Tessa rewatched her episode she was in the other day.
Good for Tessa.
Stephanie says the notebook's upstairs on the counter, dipshits.
Which one? No, the old one, the new
No, she's right. It's probably
The
is.
old one is? Or the purple one? The purple one's out in the garage.
I think the new one's up there. The old one's up there.
Oh, you shithead.
It's all the way upstairs.
Man.
Anyway, go
So
ahead.
that's what a wife does? Just keep track of all your shit for you when you can't
Yes,
Have you
yes.
met John and stuff?
do it? Apparently I need to get on one of those. Yeah, this thing.
Wait, no, if you're married, that doesn't happen. No. Love you, Steph.
Can't confirm. Oh,
Alright, so I don't know. It's not terrible, but it's not like.
it's horrible.
There's no need to search it out. You're not missing anything if you don't get it. It's not that 450 hype that everyone talks about. I kind of feel like a. I don't know. I feel a little nice 2.25.
How the hell am I the high 450 guy today?
Are you high?
Maybe.
I wish.
Yeah, that's a 2 average.
Can you rinse these because
Yeah, I just
I want to give the local 2 Toms a chance.
Yeah, bad idea. Oh my god. Oh.
You're the one that wanted to drink it.
Side note, thanks for the free beer stuff.
So I know it's normally into hour 2 right now, but we are going to have our next 2 Toms. Yeah, we're gonna have our 2 times, and then we'll cut away and may drink some light beers or whatever, or chit chat, or maybe drink one more of Matt's beers that may or may not be good. Who knows? We have so much beer right now. Normally, I'm like a proponent of drinking light beer and not wasting good beer, but we have a shit ton of beer right now.
I have I don't know how big the cooler is. It's just like triple size cooler, and it's full of macro.
But then we also have a ridiculous amount of craft beer.
We do.
Plus, I have a Tabor box that'll get shipped in less than a month. Matt has another one.
Oh, we have so much beer. So much beer. That's the point.
So that means I can just slow down my monetary beer expenses.
So much beer that Matt and I wanted to do a macro beer giveaway, and Tyler's like, no.
We're not doing a macro giveaway.
We got so many.
But how are we ever going to get rid of it all?
Like, I couldn't find less
Challenge
than a 30 second
accepted.
bush, and I went to like 3 places.
What'd you say?
Challenge accepted.
All right. Milwaukee's Beast. It's all
Hey,
yours.
I'm 2 Michelob's down today.
I got a couple PBRs and a banquet. But
Yeah, I want none of that beast left over. There's like at least 10 to 12 beasts that we're going to pay people to take.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a beer that I had at a beer fest back in September. No, that's not right.
September.
Back in November.
Okay. Yeah, it was November.
Yeah. No, it was the day I was supposed to get married. So
I'll still say this.
Wah.
So, just so you guys know.
Steph flipped us off. So this is 2 Tom's Brewing
That
Company.
happens a lot.
Yeah, but you can't see it because she's short. This is 2 Tom's Brewing
And there's
Company's
another one.
Tiki Sour Ale. It is a key lime pie sour ale. Tart ale brewed with key lime, vanilla, and graham crackers. 4% by volume.
2 Tom's Brewery out of Fort Wayne, Indiana.
No, I
What's
just
that?
I was literally like starting a word, and John's like, "Fuck you." Tiki is a series of sour ales brewed to be tart, refreshing, and flavor forward. We aim to make beer fun with ingredients and taste more.
Sorry,
Ingredients
I can't help that.
and taste more
There's no
commonly
mute button for him.
commonly associated with a tropical drink than beer. Inventive, beer for the adventurous spirit is more than a slogan for us. It embodies our passion and creativity for craft. I can give you the exact address for 2 Toms because they put it on their cans.
I've been excited for this one.
I am too. Like I said, I had it first on draft at an event at Scarlet Lane for the Sample Indiana event in November, and it was the only beer I had multiple times that day, and multiple times I drank it until they ran out. This didn't explode. This can is just full.
Yeah, it is.
Like
They've been doing a few more of these styles lately.
green.
I really...
A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle got squeezed.
2 Toms has been catching on in popularity a little bit here in the area. And so I'm excited. I have high hopes for this.
Like I said, the only time I've had it, I very much enjoyed it. So I'm going to be really disappointed if it's not what I remember. But if you follow my Instagram, TBG_OpsGuy, there is a post of me holding a little Sample Indiana like mug glass. And it's bright as green in the sun.
Nice.
But yeah, so I'm...
Cam.
Cam!
Oh,
Oh shit, I gotta
how
do
about 2
something.
hands? It was... no. I was...
Alright, so I'm going to switch the can with my glass just so you can see the color.
Fancy. Glass can.
Glass can!
Ball can.
But I want to make sure you guys kind of see that because it is a unique color.
I'm getting a little bit of the sweetness from the key lime pie part of that.
It smells good. I'm just afraid of how tart it's going to be.
That's exactly how I remember. I'm quite okay with this.
Oh, yeah. No, it's solid. It's good.
I'm quite okay with this.
No, that's...
Just the right amount of key lime, right amount of sweetness, just the right amount of tart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like Fucker Stage 12 or anything. This is...
My 2 favorite pies in the world are pecan pie and
Sugar cream. Oh.
pecan pie and key lime.
Sugar, cream, and peanut butter are the correct answers, but, you know.
No.
Yeah.
No. Sugar cream's good, but no.
Who's your pie, man? What state do you live in?
But not Wicks. Fuck that shit.
Wicks is good. If you're gonna drink sugar cream
If you're
pie.
gonna drink a sugar cream pie, you drink Wix.
If you're gonna eat sugar cream, it's Wicks. You're wrong.
I've actually never had one. I've actually even tried to find.
Wait,
one
hold
at
on.
stores.
You're giving me shit about being in Indiana
No,
and
he's had
not
sugar
liking
cream pie.
sugar cream pie,
He's never
and
Wicks.
you've never had Wicks?
Dude, how good Wix is, the place on 52nd Street in Broad Ripple is the best sugar cream pie you're gonna have.
He's not wrong.
It
He
doesn't
bought me
matter.
one. It's fucking tasty.
Hold on, let me do that right.
He's getting all highfalutin on us here.
Cotillion.
I'm glad you remember that word, because Tab says pecan pie is delicious. Is it pecan or pecan?
Depends. I say it weird according to my best friend because I say pecan.
I say pecan.
I always said it pecan, but I feel like pecan sounds
No, sorry.
fancier.
Say pecan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you elongate that a little bit.
So
Pecan.
the common is either pecan or pecan, or even pecan. I'm a
P cannot do it, no.
I say pecan pie, and pecan pie. And my roommate in college thought that was the weirdest shit he'd ever heard.
It's a pecan pie.
Yeah, but the common is either pecan or pecan.
Pecan?
Because it's not Peacan. It's not pecan.
Yeah, it's not pecan.
It's either pecan or
P
pecan.
can fuck off. I mean, shit.
Or nor is it Peecan. No one's that
All right,
high.
so with this beer, I'm definitely getting, like I said, nice balance of sweet and sour.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's how I was like, don't this.
Very good key lime flavor.
Yeah.
A little bit of lactose that kind of gives it that creamy pie feel. Color's cool as shit.
Had a lot of high ABV. It's fine.
I'm happy with it. Matt, what about you, brother?
Words are hard today. I actually do enjoy this. I was realistically trying to be excited about it because I do really like pecan or
Pecan.
high
Key
alcohol,
lime.
high alcohol beers today.
Key lime.
I really do enjoy key lime pie, but as tart as a key lime pie is, and this being like a sour beer, I was like, I can see this easily going overboard on the sour. You guys being cool with it, and me hating my life. But no, this is very good. It's that refreshing tart. It's not like super sour. You get the key lime notes. You get a little graham crackery in there. Like I said, it's kind of got that lactose to give you that creamy sweet pie feel. Sorry, I put that in those words in order.
Cream pie.
Sweet cream pie.
Sweet cream pie.
Yeah, I immediately regret that. But no, it's very good. This is definitely one that, while I appreciate, I couldn't have very much of. Wanted sharing a beer with a couple people, just because of the flavor. It is good, but it is.
Rob just walked in. Our guest at the end of hour 2.
Don't worry, we'll tune in for him here in just a second.
Yeah.
John, anything else you have?
No, I think it's delicious. It's not my favorite beer of the night, but it's so much. I'm glad we're ending on this instead of the 450, because fuck that shit.
You mean the beer that wasn't supposed to be on the show?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's what it describes. I'm not going to search it out again, but it's good.
Yeah, it was.
Because we
You're
would have
right.
gone straight
Yeah.
from the brains to this. I don't know how well that gear would have shifted.
Right. Brains was so good.
What'd you end up giving it? Have you scored?
I did not rate it yet. I'll give it a 3.5.
Matt?
I'll go 3 1/4.
I'm going to give it a 4. I will search this out. I have searched it out. That's how we got it to begin with. And I will continue to search it out.
That's 3.5 average.
This is good, just more on like a sample quantity.
Agreed. Want to taste it, Rob?
Just me. Okay.
It's key lime.
For the record, Tab also avoids saying the word in general because she doesn't know which is right. I assume she's talking about pecans.
Probably.
Pecan.
Yeah, I just don't care if somebody thinks I'm wrong.
It's a pecan pie.
So anyway, that is the end of hour 2. We will tune back in for a third hour today.
Yeah.
Mostly just to make John's neighbor have to pop in for a second.
Drink some beer on screen.
And who can complain with beer, right? I mean, come on. It's a great way to end the night.
Right?
As always, thank you guys for watching. We really enjoyed tonight's show. If you're ever in the Fort Wayne area, highly suggest getting this.
Yeah. Hit up 2 times.
But other than that, guys, keep drinking, keep having fun. I am TBG. Keep washing your nose here. I am TBG _ops guy.
My dog being Q. Come see us Wednesday.
Behind the camera is.
Oscar and Matt.
We love you guys. Have a good night. All right, welcome back for the quick hour 3. I am TBG_ops guy. With me today, as always,
Mudhog B&Q.
and our guest is actually Mudhog's neighbor. We got Rob with us today.
Hey y'all.
He didn't know he was going to be on camera, so this is fun. Behind the camera is the one and only off-screen Matt.
Yo.
We have decided to go ahead and do one more of our actual normal tasting beers,
Yeah.
and then we'll probably drink light beer if we stay on or whatever.
And
But,
shoot some shit.
You know, do like we do.
Yeah.
We have a full-size bed, equal in dimension, cooler up there, full of macro.
We do
beers.
have a lot of beer upstairs.
It is probably the size of a full-size bed.
Yeah, we do have a lot of beer upstairs.
We could fill a water bed with all the beer we have.
Oh, absolutely.
Will that get rid of it?
If we want to go back to the 90s.
Message us if you have a water bed and you want it full of beer. Hashtag worth it.
Hashtag Milwaukee's Beast. All right, so we are doing 903 Brewers Coconut Macaroon Stout. This is a beer we've considered drinking about 10 episodes in a row, I think.
And here's the reason we haven't drank it yet, because we had some 903 and it's not really
We were
That's
not
what
impressed.
I got for the Charlie and the Chocolate beer thing, right?
Yeah. And we've had one other than that, too, I
Yeah.
think. And we've not been overly impressed with 903, so I'm... Now, it is 10.8%, so hopefully, you know,
Yeah.
10.8% can tend to make up for a lot of deficiencies.
Well, let's hope so, because
Unless
they
you
need
use
to come
extra
strong, or else I'm not going to get any more.
Yeah, I'm not buying
903.
any more 903 if this doesn't turn out okay.
Yeah, that's kind of where it's at. That's what's at stake.
I knew I heard
Yeah,
girls.
Yeah.
The good news is about this is now that we're splitting it 4 ways, if it does suck,
We'll only have 3 ounces each.
none of us are stuck with a lot.
So, Rob, you were working tonight. What is it that you do?
I am an IT contractor. Very boring stuff, but
The late nights, huh?
a lot of times, yeah. When everybody else is out of the office, I can actually work without having to interrupt everybody. So, make money where you can.
How bad are people at IT?
Very.
How bad are they?
Yeah.
It depends on the person.
Turn off your computer and turn.
Yeah. The really, really bad ones, the ones that know they're bad, they're the best customers. The ones who think they know something,
I believe that.
they make a mess.
They do the ID 10T error a lot, don't they?
They do. They do. Press the
I
any
love
key.
it. I love it. I'm probably the guy who thinks he knows something, so I'll be a really bad customer.
See, I'm the best customer because my computer fucks up at all, and I'm like, bro, I don't know. Like, I ain't gonna argue with you. You tell me to do something, and guess what I'm gonna do? Literally exactly what you
I
said.
went into the reg key area and
Wait,
I made
the
a bunch
what?
of changes.
The what key area?
He's cringing right now.
So
He
what's
knows what
funny
I'm
is
talking about.
I don't even know what he just said.
And I know enough to know that it fucks it up.
My
I was gonna say, what else is funny is like Tab just came on. It's like hour 3, let's do this. And I was expecting like this emoji if there was one.
Tabby, our underage viewer,
Yeah.
Is she allowed to watch the show?
she can watch it. She just can't drink
She
with
can't
us.
drink with us.
Oh, we just can't know if she does. Got it.
Over 18, under 21. It's fine.
If I know Tabby, she's a responsible young lady.
No, she's not.
So soda pops and sandwiches. Got it.
All right. So again, this is the 903 Brewers Coconut Macaroon.
Ha! There's
Look,
nothing even
there it
for
is.
so long.
There it
Dude, I'm
is.
fairly certain
That
Steph.
is actually amazing.
I'm fairly certain Steph just flipped you off by having
Yeah,
your
no,
daughter
that's
bring you
100%
this.
what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I
it's a
said
power
jokingly
move.
that Steph flipped you guys off again, like she hadn't, but then later, like directly after that she did, and it was literally like 8.
Toasted,
Just like the A's and brains. It was like bam, bam,
Toasted-
bam, 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 bam.
toasted coconut and rich chocolate are front and center in our latest patisserie. That's weird. Stout inspired by macaroons. This beer celebrates the coconut cookie's signature blend of bold and subtle ingredients. Big notes of coconut are rounded out with subtle layers of almond,
Oh,
vanilla,
dear Jesus.
and an ultra delicate almond and tangible biscuitness.
It doesn't smell delicate. It's
Creamy,
very
sweet,
strong.
and loaded with flavor. Oh, our macaroon stout will easily sub for your dessert. There's the can, if you want to go to Can.
Not that it's got coconut in it, and I don't.
Have you ever had a macaroon?
I know, clearly. You dick bags, like, oh hey, let's have this. The stout is 10% metal, like it.
Chemically.
And you guys are eating.
Yeah,
Oh,
100%. You know it. It's chemical.
guys getting poisoned in one of yours then.
No, I don't want it. Drink your own shit.
That's coconut.
Well, I'm glad we've saved this for overtime, because,
They used a bunch of extract. Like, everything is just extract.
oh, nothing is real.
On the bright side, it's not incredibly coconut flavored.
They might have even used malt extract. I mean,
Did they even put malt in this?
How long is that after you've been open? I feel like
I don't know.
I don't mind it when it first hits my tongue, but then it has an aftertaste of feet
He's not
pleasing.
wrong.
It's not pleasing.
I would love to say he's exaggerating, but I don't think he is.
If it's the tongue, it's fine.
And then his foot, bam.
And then his foot. And not even like clean foot. It's like
Lawnmower foot.
I ran 8 miles.
It's somebody's been working all day in a sweaty environment foot.
Yeah.
Like the wrinkly.
Yeah, the pruny, wrinkly foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full foot.
No, because pool would be cleaner. Although
might
it
give
is,
us that chlorine
it
chemical
might give us
flavor.
that actually pool foot might work.
Maybe.
Oh, that's
Yeah, sorry, Rob. The one beer you have with us.
When you rate, I mean, do you
So we'll go over it. Yes.
do you
This is why
do
we
you
use
say
the
this
cast.
is where this would be good, this is where this would be like this would be a good punishment beer.
That might raise my score.
so. Rob is absolutely his score counting because that's amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
So real quick, we will go over the scores, and we do talk about we do actually compare it to different reasons we would
Lawnmower
drink
beers,
it.
pool
We've
beers.
done lawnmower beers,
yeah.
pool beers. So if there's a thing that you think it would fit into, definitely say that.
Rated according
But
to
we're gonna rate it
Tell us where you think it would fit.
on a 0 to 5 scale. 5 being high, 0 being low, 3 being a perfectly average beer, 4 being I'm gonna go look for it at a liquor store or a brewery,
I'm gonna try to find this fucking.
and then if you're going down, 2 is I'll still drink it, but I don't like it. You get to 1 or less, you're kind of going, well, I can drink piss, I can drink water, or I can drink this beer. I'll blind choose piss or water before this beer. Like, under 1 is basically like, I'm fairly certain I hate water, but yet, I'll drink that. I'll go to Flint, Michigan and drink their water before I drink this. That kind of thing. So it's definitely, and then when we describe it a little more, because we technically haven't really described it yet. When we do, if one of the things you say is this beer would be good for punishment beer, that actually is not a bad thing to tell people. So for me, I'm going to say it's like I was kind of casually talking with John, like we do. We forget we're on camera.
I
it
looked
definitely
at you, and
skimmed
you
it.
can't the exact word.
John took a sip before I did. I took one immediately after, and the first words I said was chemical. It's a fake taste. They tried to use... You could sneak 1 extract through. Maybe even 2 if there's a lot of
And
flavors.
they're high quality.
Yeah, but you're not sneaking 4 low-quality extracts. It's the same comment we've made about some of their other beers. I'm not happy with 903. I think it's... I don't know how it keeps ending up on Tabor. There's supposed to be high-rated beers on there. I'm not really happy with this.
Well, it's gonna be like the best IPA in Alabama. There's just no one else around them to weigh them down.
No, because it's supposed to be globally rated and shit.
Oh.
That's how they take them. They take
Oh.
the Untapped ratings. They do a lot of things. I'm not pleased with this beer. I think it leaves a film on your tongue. The viscosity is actually lower than I expected.
Viscosity.
When you have that much,
It's very viscous.
when you have that much extract, it's not as bad as it could be. For that many, I'm good. I gotta finish this still. That many extracts, I expected a little more. I expected a little more oil, but overall, I think it's kind of a joke of a brewery and a joke of a beer.
Yeah, it's not good.
You got anything, Rob?
I'm gonna say that's the most
You're not
expensive
Rob
there's
at
been
all.
Any brewery you're just paying 903. Fuck you.
We're not local, so
Oh no, I've said that about other places too.
But I was gonna say generally we're pretty upbeat, optimistic channel. We don't really slam people too hard, but I think 903 just got it right there.
they did.
Oh, we've had 3 of their beers now, and
Nothing's been good.
yeah.
Not saying it wasn't merited.
Rob, what about you? You got anything for us?
Which one of you was Bob and which was Tom?
That's a good question.
That actually is. That's not one we've ever thought about.
I think I was lied to. I think I was invited over here to drink a couple of beers with Bob and Tom. And this feels very...
Does that even be Chick McGee?
Amateur?
No, it feels very,
It does!
very
That's the winner
non-amateur.
of 3.
Really?
I
Who's
feel
that feels non-amateur?
Yeah, we got microphones, we got cameras, we got best boy or grip. What do you like, gripping or best boy?
Well, I'm gripping the best boy.
Okay, gripping the best boy. Very professional. It's not a beer I would choose.
And back to the beer.
Yeah.
Now that he's berated the show, he's
I
gonna
wanted
berate the
Rob
beer.
on the show forever because insight like that.
I'm so happy right now. The beer sucks, and I'm happy. I'm confused.
And I'm not numbed up like you guys. This is my second beer of the night. So
Well, no, the
if you couldn't
punishment
put up
beer,
with it,
this thing might actually serve a purpose.
yeah,
Oh.
like a competition.
But I'll say it's not so bad that it's like, oh man, I'm gonna really get this guy. But it's well, I don't know. This being like your first or second beer.
I will
maybe
say,
it's
I will say
more
this:
worse.
the nice thing about this beer would be what you would do is, oh man, it's a great beer. You'll love. I mean, come on, it's a macaroon. You'll love this, and you build it up because it's not so bad that just if you go, oh, this is a beer that they taste it, they're not going to be upset by it. You build it up a little bit, show them the can, give them a little bit of idea what it could be, and then it's just like, and nope.
done.
So it's got the deception factor built in.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look at the can.
Yeah.
It looks pretty professional and shit.
It looks like a tasty pastry right there.
I'm gonna let that one go.
I'll grade first
Please.
because
Before you do, Tab just said Tyler is not holding back at all. Cry laughing face.
Tyler's not happy. Is what that is. So it's the worst beer of the night by far for me. Not by far.
I like it better than the 450.
No, not by far. I'll put it right on path with the Weldworks, and I'll also give it a 1.25, same as I did Weldworks.
I'm gonna let Rob go now.
Best beer I've had thus far.
What would you grade it though? 0 to 5 and 0.25
You
increments.
said 2 was something you wouldn't.
3 is
Choose.
average. 2 is I'll drink
It's in
it.
the fridge, or you get.
If
Oh,
it's
the
the,
friend
if
gave
it's
it
the
to
only
me.
beer in the fridge, and you said it had a high alcoholic content, right?
I
No.
think
Yeah,
it
there's
was
a
10.
10.
Was it a 10?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was
Which
a
is
10.
gonna
Yeah.
justify my not completely raking it over the coal score.
Yeah, it's a 10.
So I'm gonna give it a 2 because if I got nothing else in the
That's
fridge,
solid. I
sometimes you
understand that.
need that 10%.
I'm
Yeah,
going
that's
to.
the truth.
I'm going to 1.5. I'm right there with Tyler.
I give it a 1.25, bro.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Can we get a rewind on that?
1.5,
We don't have
1.25.
a stenographer, John. We can't
I
afford
swear
that
he
shit.
said.
No.
Tabby, tell us what he said.
No, because I said the same
but
thing as
either
the
way,
Weldworks.
it's a 1.5 average.
No, because I said the
You
same
didn't
thing
get-
as the Weldworks and wrote it down.
We didn't get off-screen.
He doesn't count.
He doesn't
I
count.
can't roll
But,
episode.
Matt, what is your score if
You
you
do get a
count it?
score, but he doesn't count.
He only counts if we don't have a guest, and you're
Or if
currently
the
a
guest
guest.
is really dumb and gives it a really bad score.
Wait, pull my score, bro. No, I just said like a 1 1/4 or 1 1/2. Oh,
Never mind, his counts. He agreed with me.
Based
No.
based solely on alcohol percentage, like it's drinkable. It's 10%, but it's nothing.
You know-
it's not where it's nothing it should be.
You know what's bad about it?
Everything.
The base beer I think could be good.
I think there's potential.
What is the base beer?
They put all the
all about
freaking
that base.
extract in there
So yeah, like
and
the,
ruined it.
No, the base stout that it started as before you threw the extra shit. In
Probably
there
solid.
Could have potential.
I doubt it.
Well, no, it's probably,
Probably
the
a
same,
3.
It's probably the same stout they used for the Charlie thing that we had.
Divided by
too.
3.
Yeah, so 903. Don't make variants. Just stick with the base.
So where does the after feet come from when you're talking about base? I'm not a
After
I'm not a
feet.
guru.
I've never.
Where does that? Is that the extract? That's
It's like when
taking
you've
it
been in the
late?
pool too long.
I think
you
that
get after feet.
That would be what I would think. When you get a chemical, oily sort of flavor in your mouth or mouthfeel, normally that means that there's some sort of extract involved.
After feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'd been a little quicker, would have gone a can just for Tyler with his hand in his head. But I don't know if it would have made it in his shot. Let's practice that real
Yeah.
quick.
What are we doing? Oh, this?
Yeah, that'd have been a more
Yeah,
dramatic
multiple
angle.
camera
But
angles.
you almost.
I know. I'm.
Yeah, just so you can see it if you wave up.
So maybe you're the smiley show, not quite Bob.
Man, still.
I really think Elvis and Hammer.
Elvis and Hammer.
Yeah, Elvis and Hammer.
Is that like Arm and Hammer?
All right, thank you. I was thinking the same thing.
989 the beer out of Fort Wayne. They tried to be Bob and Tom. They weren't quite. Whatever.
They didn't even make it to Muncie.
They're out of Fort Wayne. They don't have that much
Muncie's
wavelength.
That's what I'm saying. I was in Muncie and they didn't even make it there.
I think they got syndicated on one other station.
Sure as hell not what reached Muncie.
He just makes shit up, doesn't he?
Oh, usually, yeah.
I bought a CD of theirs.
I bought an HD radio.
I'll
that
go
comes
get it right
with
now.
that
I know
beer.
where it's at. Yeah.
I love you.
Do we have any more of that coconut?
Are you wanting it?
No, I'm thinking of a punishment if he doesn't really.
Yeah,
have
you-
it.
It's gonna pour in John's glass to teach him what he did.
John, this is what happens when you run your mouth and don't know what you're talking about.
So, better punishment beer. This or Milwaukee Beast?
Beast. Even better.
Well, it
punishment
depends
beer.
on how excited you were for this.
Even better punishment beer. Best IPA in Alabama.
Beast.
Only because you expect more out of a best IPA in Alabama.
But Beast still no, like we all agreed like we knew Beast was gonna be bad and we drank it. It was worse than we all expected.
It was worse than I
So
remember.
that's worse. We like I already expect it to be terrible. Oh, it's even worse. That's the worst.
It was bad.
It was bad. It wasn't great.
And it was unanimous.
Yeah, I was like, it wouldn't even like the only beer we all had
Saturday,
remotely in common was Beast
We
and
did
Dead
a
Labs.
whole day long thing. And
We
we had
drank
14
lots
different
of
cheap
beer.
macro beers. And instead
Yeah,
of
Robert
rating them
didn't
because
show
we knew
up,
they
though.
weren't going to be good ratings,
Huh?
we
It's
ranked
a
them.
rough day when you show up.
Ah.
If I would have had
And-
Friday night, Saturday would have been a lot better.
By far, it was the worst beer for all three of us.
And it's called
Milwaukee's best.
Milwaukee's best.
Milwaukee's best light. We had the light version.
That's the light version.
All right, so
Did you
we will
imagine
probably
that?
go ahead and
Light
end hour
version?
3 right here.
Yeah.
We'll probably still shoot shit after we're off the camera, but thank you guys for watching as always. We appreciate it. If you're in the area Wednesday, Crawfordsville,
Backstep
6:30, Backstep Brewing Company. We're gonna drink beer, talk about beer. Again, we will remind everyone we don't rate beers when we're on location. We'll be dead honest when it comes to talking about them. Ask Hayes River, but
You know, they're hosts. We want to be gracious.
that and it's just
Respectful and also be
respectful's more the big thing. It's just weird to like bash someone in their own place.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about the beer and we'll be honest while describing the beer, but we're not going to give it a score. But other than that, guys, come out with us, hang out, be on the show.
Yes.
We love you guys. As always, I am TBG_ops guy. With me today,
Mudhog B&Q.
Rob got to join us, so thank you, Rob.
Thank you for having me.
Behind the camera is the one and only.
Oscar and Matt.
We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in.